The Panthers now advances twice, leaders dives. It's Carolina in the Bay, hot one, hot two, hot. Now run the play. Yeah. Touchdown 49. Again, touchdown. Reaching back with one hand. Then come.
Welcome in, everybody. Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck. That's
Joe Buck and Aikman on the call. We'll see how that goes. Fitibetto, hello. Francisco, hello. Collier, hello. Mike Beachman, hello. Curtis family, hello. Kurt Martin, hello. George Pearson, welcome in. Mandy Mary, hello. San Francisco and Carolina from California. Which means it's still light out there right now. Dutchyland, hello, Omar. Good to see you. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Welcome in, Dutchy. Fred O'Malley, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. We need to hammer those likes out because I got some trolls today who decided to come in and give me like 25 dislikes. So definitely need to get 100 likes up there and get it rolling. Trolls think they're funny. So help us out tonight if you would.
For more on Bryce and head coach Dave Canales, we'll send it down.
Help us out. Help us out.
Check in for the first time with Laura Rutledge. It's a performance of Brock.
Laura Rutledge, what's she got to say?
Hey, Joe, this is the biggest game of
She's in a suit.
Pro career, and actually one of his lowest points when.
Interesting. Never seen a sideliner in a suit. Doug asked us to say that. You don't have to listen to Doug. That's for sure. Well, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. JB, hello. Welcome in.
And when he earned this,
Omar's coming in all the way from the Netherlands. That's a long way away.
This is my team. With his actions, they built off of that in the offseason, adding key pieces, Tetaroa McMillan as well as Rico Dowdle, and that's paid off.
Fred O'Malley in the house. How am I feeling? Okay, hanging in there. Hanging in there.
The game, but this is what we saw pregame. The ankle heavily taped and doing some ankle mobility exercises. Keep an eye on that tonight, Joe, but certainly it's about pain tolerance.
Thank you for asking.
He's ready to go.
All right, Laura, thank you. The lights are off behind us in the stadium, but they're still on. For the 49ers, a record of 7.
Yeah, they're getting fired up in San Francisco. And wherever the stadium is. It's not in San Fran anymore.
And they believe they've got a shot to do something this season.
Stay away. Yeah, it's middle of the night for you. Welcome in, buddy. Glad you're here. Thank you.
Look at the 49ers as they're coming into this season. It was a bit of a rebuild.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Of course, they didn't plan on losing the guys you mentioned, but yet they've been able to weather that. And they were without their quarterback, Brock Purdy. He returns last week. And they finally got their whole group together offensively for the first time since week 1. It's an optimistic group. They feel that their best football.
It's going to be interesting to see what Niners team we see tonight.
Play with a lot of emotion. We're going to see an outstanding performance from the 49ers. Talk about Brock Purdy moments ago. Lisa Salters caught up with the 49ers quarterback. Send it down the field. Lisa.
Thank you, Joe. Brock, you've now got a game under your belt coming off of that injury. How's the toe holding up?
Yeah, it's feeling great. Obviously, ready for this game and had a good week of practice. And I know all boys are ready for this Monday Night Football. Let's get ready for this. So.
Any limitations at all?
No, we're good. We're ready to go.
Now, Mac Jones, you played well.
They're ready to go.
You said there was never a quarterback controversy. You actually learned a lot watching him play. What'd you learn?
Take what the defense gives you, touchdown on the field, 10 completions, put drives together, put points up on the board. I mean, simple as that. Mac did a great job with that.
Now, this team has had a lot of success when you and Christian and George are all healthy. You now are. So what are you saying to each other about what
Santa Clara? Thank you, Jim.
I mean, we just got to take one play at a time, do our job. Just because we're all out there doesn't mean, we're guaranteed anything. We got to go earn it. So we all know that. It's the NFL. It's never easy. And
Santa Clara offered the money. They put up a stadium. That's why they're there.
Lisa, thank you very much. They know how to make an entrance.
They're getting ready to do their entrance there in San Francisco. I'm still calling it San Francisco. You may even hear me yell out Candlestick at some point. I don't know. The good old days. I had some great days in Candlestick, didn't they? Great days in Candlestick. Very much, right? We will see. Imagine me and your mom. Don't do that. Imagine a magic. Anybody in here for the first time, say hello. We'd love to welcome you in. Hello, Eric Woodward. Good evening. Good evening. What's up, little man? When two people love each other, but at least there's progressive to. I don't know what happened there. We lost signal for a second. I have no idea what happened. Frog Life, welcome in. Good to see you. We lost signal for a second completely. Internet went out, I guess, because I lost my front door too. Well, we're back though. George Pearson, welcome in. Frog Life, welcome in. That's a good thing. We're back and we're running. That hits not one, but two hormones for less hunger. And couple minutes away from kickoff, everybody. Couple minutes away from kickoff. Higher price, cheaper. See if you qualify at row.co/TV. What are you gonna say? I'm gonna say, Grandma, I'm thankful for this family. I'm thankful for. Hey, as long as it's working, that's a good thing, right? That's the thing. We need to be broadcasting. We got whatever happened, it self-reflected itself. Gives your clothes a 24-hour non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, our screen will change when we get the kick. We are waiting for that right now. Should be any. Well, I think we got an 8:15 start, right? So it probably won't be till 8:20. Rob, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. That way, help me out with those likes today. Got to get up over 100 as quickly as we can. So achieving your financial goals becomes easier because you're one step closer to reaching them with your big financial friend. Experience. They're doing the fireworks opening kickoff.
Women Warriors present our nation's colors. And now to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, please welcome country music recording artist Annie Bosco.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattling, bubbles bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Beautifully done, beautifully done. We say thank you and blessings to all those soldiers who currently stand a post and all those who have stood a post over the years to protect the freedom that we so endure for our country. We ask for prayers over all of their families that support them and keep things strong at home. And of course, blessings for this holiday season and Thanksgiving week to all soldiers around the globe. Welcome in. I saw Ronald Duffney came in. Mr. Thibodeau is here. Good to see you as well, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving week. Happy Thanksgiving week. We are minutes away from this thing kicking off. Benjamin Elliott, welcome in. 44 degrees outside. Wow. 44 outside. We are getting it going here. Getting it going. Ready for kickoff. Ready for kickoff. Holly, welcome in. Mr. Condon, welcome in. Great to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
You are stealing my Jersey Mike's gig. Danny, it's just because Jersey Mike's is an official sponsor of the NFL. I'm not taking your gig. Now you're taking my look. This is how I dress. My glasses. I've been looking for those.
Buddy Hepburn, good afternoon, sir.
I'll give you a stigmatism.
Ready for you on set, Eli?
I gotta go. Oh, this ain't over, Manning.
That's a funny commercial.
Jersey Mike's, a summer bomb.
Good to see you all. Good to see you all. I did not get a chance to update the standings. I'll do that after tonight. I was working on a lot of things today, so caught me a little bit off guard. I'm not going to try to do that right now. But we will update it for Thursday and make sure it's good to go. Good to go after tonight.
You might not be related, but you're still family. Why don't just give an extra hand?
Commercial's just about done. Got about 2 minutes, I think. San Francisco, a 7.5 point favorite tonight. 7.5 point favorite. Debbie doing a great job dropping some statistical information. Thank you, Debbie. Yeah, we got to get those likes up. We need to get to 100. We really do every time.
It's not just a song. It's a feeling.
What are they going to do with Bohemian Rhapsody here?
50 years. As anthem filled stage
Queen.
sporting events worldwide with a sense of bonding and belonging. So tonight we ask, these teams do the fandango playoffs? You know what we mean.
A little bit of Queen in the background there as they're talking about using, I guess, that to kick off Monday Night Football tonight. I liked it better when they did Snoop and all right before the game, not at 8 o'clock, top of the hour.
On Monday Night Football.
He can make an entrance like nobody else in the NFL. George Kittle getting the home crowd fired up. Queen's 1975 masterpiece. The night of the outdoor release 50 years ago this week.
All right, here we go. We're just about ready for kick. 49ers get the ball first. Our screen will change right at the kick. And there it is. Dipped it off, and it walls in. They got it right there. Take it at the 20. Out to the 25. Tackled at the 27. They're going to start at the 29. I'm waiting for our screen to kick in. Let me see if I could refresh it. Maybe it'll go a little faster. That did help it a little bit. All right, it's just 24 seconds on this commercial. Cakes, hello, good to see you. First down and 10. Purdy coming up under center.
There was no stiffness or soreness that affected him coming into this ball game, but it's always a concern when you have that type of injury for a quarterback.
Shotgun. Handoff. Boom. Right to McCaffrey. Short run. Not much at all on first down.
If you look at the 49ers starting lineup, we start up front. They're very good at the tackle positions. Jake Brendel.
Fitterbetter, welcome in. My home amusement park is across the park from the Levi Stadium. Oh, nice. Second down and 7 here. Second down and 7.
Plays for his big tight end, George Kittle. Yeah,
if you're brand new, say hello with the chat. We welcome you in. Joe Minnie, welcome in. Shotgun formation for Purdy. Look at the throw. Pressure coming. Dumps it underneath. McCaffrey hit for a loss. It's going to be third down and 10 after that loss.
Strong tackle on McCaffrey. And that is not an easy tackle to make.
Packers 2015, welcome in.
On that play, The Carolina Panthers are in
3rd and 10. 3rd and 10.
So you see Merrick, he comes up, he's assigned then to McCaffrey, makes a great open field tackle. If he doesn't make that play, there's a lot of open field for McCaffrey to run.
So now 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10. Got to find a completion here. They don't want to go 3 and out. Across, caught. McCaffrey dives for the 1st down. Did he get it? Yes, he did. McCaffrey on the 1st down catch.
But not before McCaffrey is able to get 11 in a fresh set of downs.
Well, as we know, McCaffrey's having a big year catching the football, and the passing game really runs through him. And nobody's even really close. Of course, they've had some injuries. George Kittle's missed a number of games this year, as has Ricky Pearsall. But McCaffrey, he's been the guy who's kept this.
Shotgun formation, 1st and 10. Ball at the San Francisco 39. Handoff, McCaffrey. Short run up the middle. Got 2, maybe 3 on it. 2nd and 7 again. Hello, Jalen. Welcome in.
In the middle for Carolina's defense. Made that stop. Robinson is up front as we look at this defense. A defense that is ranked number 15 overall. Derek Brown, outstanding at stopping the run. They're their linebackers without Roseboom and Trevin Wallace. Both are injured in their
Coming out of the huddle.
J.C. Horn.
McCaffrey comes up.
One of the best in the league.
Going to go from a shotgun here.
Touches by McCaffrey, and it's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Haven't looked at Kittle yet. Underneath, caught. McCaffrey again. Short catch. 3rd down and 3 coming up. We're way ahead of you. Okay.
This game's going to be interesting to watch because both of these defenses have really struggled getting to the quarterback.
2nd down and 3. 2nd down and correction. 3rd down and 3. 3rd down and 3.
Quarterbacks Bryce Young as well as Brock Purdy are going to have some time to throw in the pocket. We saw on that last play, Purdy sitting back there, nobody really near him. And when he has time, as we've seen, Joe, he can get the hot hand and he can carve you up pretty good.
Shotgun. Here's your snap. Underneath, caught. 1st down. San Francisco.
He gets a 1st down.
Yeah, I really like him as a receiver. He's missed some time because of injury, as I mentioned moments ago. But he's become the guy and the things that he's capable of doing within this offense.
You remember his story last year? Shot in
Ricky Pearsall, that last catch.
Missed the first 6 weeks. He missed 6 games this season with a knee injury. But settling in as a receiver.
Shotgun, looking to throw. Play action. Purdy running for his life. Dumps it off. Incomplete.
Incomplete as Derek Brown got through in a hurry. And Robinson was the target as Purdy was just getting rid of it. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10.
Ball game, and Kyle Shanahan knows that on this play, he gets the pressure. You can see the stunt. The offensive lineman, they think he's going one way. He's able to split it, and they're going to try to get 4 hands on him as best they can. This run defense for Carolina was really poor last year, and a big reason for that was the
2nd and 10.
that Derek Brown missed. He essentially missed the entire season, and they're a much improved group because
Handoff, off tackle. Robinson. Gain of about 7. 3rd and 3. Caleb needs Kittle to pop off. Good luck, Caleb.
well, this is what the 49ers do so well. And George Kittle
3rd down and 3 coming up.
comes across. He's going to team up with the right guard, Dominic Pooney, and he just kicks it out. And they start moving bodies, and they then create the running lane for the running back, and it's impressive. With George Kittle, obviously, we all know what he does as a receiver, but as a blocking tight end, he's a
Handoff again, McCaffrey. 1st down. Another solid run up the middle.
Christian McCaffrey reminding the Carolina.
Mandy just dropped our Instagram. If you're not following us on Instagram, keep up with us. We're on our way to 2,000 followers on Instagram.
He thought that if he could handle the defensive front, that the 49ers are poised for a big rushing night in this game. The strength of Carolina defensively is that defensive front that you talked about, Joe, and as long as they can handle that.
1st down and 10.
He feels that whether
Kittle in motion.
or Brian Robinson, they're in for a big night.
Look at the throw down the field. Dumps it underneath. Goes to the other tight end, Farrell, for a gain of 3.
straight start.
Second down and 7. Second and 7.
A lot of banged up guys around the league this time of year, and so they're having to depend on some other players. And Shurlis, who had a really nice game last week when he was called in to come in and play, had his first start of the season, did a nice job, and he gets the nod again this evening.
Second and 7. Second and 7. Pitch. McCaffrey cuts it back. First down, McCaffrey. Inside the 25 to the 23. Gain of 9 on the play. McCaffrey.
You watch this offensive front and the job that they do. They're all in unison coming off the line of scrimmage, and they just start moving people. And this running game coming into tonight has not lived up to the standard that we've seen from Kyle Shanahan over the years. And that's probably not going to change much by the end of the year based on where they are right now and not performing to their level.
But at the 24, McCaffrey on a running back screen. He'll get about 7. About 7 to 8 on first down. Second down and short coming up. Second down and 2. If you're brand new, say hello in the chat. We'd love to welcome you in.
If you're not willing to do some of the dirty work and get involved in the run game, Kyle Juszczyk, he's leading the way as well. There's a look at Pearsall and the job that he does, allowing McCaffrey to get on the edge.
Second and 2. Second and 2.
A career high on an opening drive. They got one diving off the field to avoid 12 minutes. It's second down and 2. Robinson.
Handoff Robinson. First down. Inside the 15 to the 13.
Got him just before the season. Here we go. This is Turk Wharton, who is able to get off the field, and then you're a baseball guy. Don't they tell you to run through the bag? That's better than diving if you're going to first base. And he didn't think he was going to make it. I mean, that's all he had right there. 6'1", 280. See when he
under center, single back set is McCaffrey.
5 first downs on this opening.
Handoff again. McCaffrey goes nowhere on that one. Got shut back. Got shut back. Made it to the line. Only second and 10. Edward, welcome in. I hope so. Truly hope so.
He's been in this league a long time and a big body there in the middle.
Francisco's going with the Carolina Panthers to win. Okay.
Defensively, the 49ers came out and put together a heck of a drive, but if you can hold them here to 3 points, it's a win defensively. 49ers have been good in the red zone. Last 5 games, 16.
Shotgun, going to throw. Underneath, caught. Inside the 5, loose. Touchdown, Jennings, San Francisco.
Clap your hands!
Niners are on the board. Juwan Jennings, 12-yard TD reception.
Here's Nick Scott right in the middle.
Days Disney Dreams, welcome in.
Purdy knows he's got to put it right on him, and Juwan Jennings knows he's going to get hit at the same time. He covers up the football. They don't get him to the ground, and he's able to score.
Extra points good. 7-0 San Fran.
8-minute, 43-second drive, season long for the 49ers. Ends up in the end zone after the broken tackle. 7-10, San Francisco.
6:17 left when we return. Bruce, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Appreciate all those friends coming back. All right, hold on. I got to find out how to mute that. I can see that being a problem all night. We don't want to hear that.
They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we put it inside burritos and tacos anyway.
Crispy chicken from Taco Bell, a brand new.
All right, there, we got that fixed. I muted you twice. Let me make sure this is right before I go off of it.
APR on 2025 GMC Sierra EV Denali models. Plus, current eligible Costco members receive up to $12.50 allowance.
Lucas, when two people love each other very much, right?
All right, there, that looks better.
Imagine me and your mom. Don't do that. Imagine a magic hug that animals do.
Hey, Chris, you're out. Huntley, you're in.
All right, hopefully that'll be better throughout the game.
If only there were backups in real life.
We return Panthers to get the ball for the first time tonight.
But at least there's Progressive to protect your home and auto.
Wow, I feel really prepared for life now.
That was a solid opening drive, absolutely.
Prices are cooling down. Score NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV for a new lower price. Now only $48 for new.
Solid opening drive.
Sign up now. Terms and embargoes apply.
This is the playoff. 12 teams, one epic finish.
They're already starting to promote the college playoffs.
College football. The CFP begins December 19th.
Juwan Jennings gets his 4th touchdown of the year. He's really made himself into a productive number 2 receiver. He is big. He is 6'3", 212. 3 guys.
6'3", 212 for him. Here's the kick. Going to take it in the end zone. They're going to take a touchback. Carolina will start on their 35.
Here is Bryce Young, and that was a franchise record, 448. He threw 4 in that overtime.
And here comes Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers.
3 touchdowns, no interceptions, making his 3rd career primetime start. A pretty impressive night, and one you really would not have anticipated. They hadn't thrown for 200 yards since week 2, so they had not gotten a lot out of their passing game. And then they come out last week on the road. He has a heck of a night. This is a defense that's not the same as what we're accustomed to seeing.
First down and 10. First down and 10. Handoff in the backfield. Gain of about 4. Second down and 6. Dowdle on the run.
Came up to make the tackle. Caden Mays, their normal center, couldn't go tonight, out with an ankle injury. So Austin Corbin makes his 4th start at center.
Dowdle, McMillian, Leggett, Coker, and Tremble, your specialty players.
McMillan is good as they could have hoped for. They get him out of Arizona.
Second down and 6. Second and 6. Shotgun formation. Niners got to find a way to get pressure tonight. Here they come. Got a chance to get him, and he breaks away and gets it off. Is that caught? We got a late flag.
We'll see if it's coming back, and it is.
Looks like it might be holding. In December, Edward.
Offense number 79.
Holding offense number 79.
They get Iguanu, the left tackle, and Bryce Huff. I talk about these pass rushers and the inability to really affect the quarterback for much of the season.
O'Connell, welcome in.
There's the hold on Iguanu, but he's been one of the.
No, John, I did not. I don't do that till after the week's over.
Second down and 16 as a result. Eliminates a 9-yard completion to Tommy Tremble.
Second down and 16. Second down and 16. Shotgun, go to throw, dumps it underneath. Dowdle, going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and go down maybe a yard. Third down and long coming up. Third down and 13 coming up.
Really stood out for defensive coordinator Robert Saleh. We look at the defense. There's their group up front. They're led in sacks, as Troy said, by Bryce Huff. They have lost Fred Warner and now Tatum Bethune.
Third and 13. Big stop here opportunity for the Niners at home. Get the ball back. Carolina looking to cross that up. Wide receiver in motion. Snap.
Handoff on the short, the draw, and he's going to be just short by about 2 yards, maybe 3.
Very aggressive.
3 yards. They're going to go for it here.
Think about going.
4th and 3. They're going to look to go for it.
Well, maybe he thought about it, but his answer is I'm going to punt.
Nope. Calling his offense back. He's going to punt it.
You know, they got more out of it than what you would anticipate to bring up a 4th and 3. And I really thought he might go for it. The analytics would tell you that he should. And he has been one of the more aggressive head coaches, Joe, as you said, going for it.
I got to watch for the fake here, too. There it is. There's your punt. Drives it, crushes it. Going to get out of bounds about the 8-yard line.
About as good as he could do.
Nice punt. Elohim, Ambassador, welcome in. How you doing tonight? How you doing tonight? You guys ready for 3 games on Thursday? You guys ready for 3 football games on Thursday? NFL, crab cakes, turkey, and football, huh? Are you ready is the question.
Thousands of Black Friday save on these Black Friday deals.
Hopefully some of you guys will be coming and hanging out with me a little bit on Thursday. I'm hanging in there, Elohim, hanging in there. Weekend was okay. Dave is ready, he says. Eric says he can't wait. Mike Beachman is ready.
It is the only cell that's within us that's never been unlocked. Chris Coleman on a breakthrough that will astound you. Tuesday, 10/9 Central. Only
O'Connell says he can't wait for it. Bruce said the Raiders look sad. Yeah, they didn't look that great. They did not look that great.
The holiday season means a house full of people all up in your internet. But with 100% fiber optic internet from Verizon Fios, they won't slow you down no matter what you're doing. Like working for the man. What's the latest from the workshop?
Edward's going to family. Buddy says he's home all week. Keep hitting those likes, everybody. We're trying to get triple digits. Go Minnie says she's in. That'd be a good crowd here on Thursday. I will be grateful for that.
Let's look at Christian McCaffrey through the years. ESPN's Monday Night Football brought to you by Burger King New Rule. Progressive, get coverage you can count on with home and auto at progressive.com. And call Jimmy Black.
You're going to be around, O'Connell? Nice.
For mature. Christian was 2.5 when his dad Ed. The Broncos won Super Bowl 33. Went on to play at Valor Christian in Colorado, in the Denver area.
Thank you, Elohim.
Drafted by the Carolina Panthers in 2017. The first round traded to...
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, 49ers.
When I talked to Kyle Shanahan, I asked him, are you worried about wearing this guy out? You know, he has had some injuries. Fortunately for them, he's been healthy this year. They'd like to get Brian Robinson some more work, but he said McCaffrey, he just simply does not want to come off the field.
Play action. Look at the throw. Down the field he goes. Intercepted. J.C. Horn intercepts it for Carolina.
But it's an early takeaway for this Carolina defense. And a return of 14 yards on Horn's 4th interception.
He threw into double coverage.
This is a great play by J.C. Horn because I understand what Purdy was trying to do. He just wants to lay this ball and let Jennings then go run into it. It's a little behind him, and Horn's in his hip pocket, and then he makes a great play on the ball. Jennings knows that he's in trouble, and he's not able to get his hand on the ball and play defense, and Purdy knows that just the ball location alone is what gave Horn a great opportunity to make the play. He's the only Carolina Panther defender with multiple interceptions this season.
Now the Panthers 1st and 10 at the 17.
Yeah. From the 16.
Play action. Going to throw. Young. Going to get him out of bounds. Gains of about 5. 2nd and 5.
First down as he gets 4. Let's go back to the interception, and for Brock Purdy, that's his 5th on his season. It's just a great play by J.C. Horn in terms of being able to stay with the receiver, locked up with him, and then undercut the football. It was an outstanding job, as you said, for his 4th interception.
2nd and 5. Handoff up the middle, tackled.
Jordan Elliott.
3rd down and 2 coming up.
A gain of 3, so 3rd down coming. We're already at 2.5 left in the first quarter. Well, these possessions become big, and Carolina overall has not been great on the year. And last week, as good as that performance was, they were not good in the red zone. They could have ran away with that one had they been a little bit better. As you look at this now, and they don't pick it up here. You got to believe Canales is going for it on 4th.
3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Play action. Gonna throw. He's got a 1st and goal running in. Young.
But everybody was flowing to the right defensively. And Bryce
1st and goal from the 2.
1st and goal. Yeah, good job by Bryce Young here as he reads it and gets out on the edge. And Mustafa, I tell you see him in your sights. It's a good job of Bryce at least avoiding a big hit. Mustafa, he's as big a hitter as there is at the safety position. Minimal damage, and he picks up the 1st down. Extra offensive lineman in there, Jake Curhan for the Panthers on
1st and goal. Play action. Gonna throw. End zone. Intercepted. Brown intercepted for 49ers. And they're going to get the ball out of the 20. That is huge.
As he takes it right back for San Francisco.
Fred Warner loving that.
The injured Fred Warner. This defense gives Brock Purdy and the 49ers a football of 7.
7-0. They got the football back on the 20 when we return. That is huge. Now we got all the commercials for the gaming stuff here. I was waiting for a couple of deliveries today. Still haven't come. I'm really bothered by that. I know that FedEx are working later.
Excuse me, Miss Retta, how do I treat yourself? Well, you can mix.
Well, there's one on my porch right now. Ah, there goes Preston. He's going to be all excited. Here he comes. I'm going to count it down. Ready? 3, 2, 1. What's up? Oh, you sure it's them? Okay. It's a big box. You going to open it? Get rid of this when you leave, by the way. What a first quarter, Debbie says, yeah.
My sister and my kids.
Where's your sister? I thought she'd want to come see him.
Right there.
What? Do you want to see what he got? Turn on your lights so you can see. Debbie Burnfield says hello to you, Preston.
Then tune in to a special Black Friday game at the Theater with the Eagles at 3 p.m. Eastern on live video. Community Cloud.
Sullivan! Chicken nuggets! Sit.
He's gonna spit it back out at you.
Okay. He will.
He made me cut it up. I gave him a whole one and he spit it back out.
He made you cut it up. Oh, those are nice, Preston.
They look huge.
I thought he could have kept it and ran it in for a pretty easy touchdown, but Jair Brown, he's reading them.
Was that a good chicken nugget, Sullivan?
The tight end Evans coming in behind him, and he just kind of falls back into it and makes a great play on the ball.
You want to show them on the screen? Good night. Love you. Talk to you in the morning. Preston can show these on the screen there. He got really nice cowboy boots. So. Hello, Candy. Welcome in. Sphinx, welcome in. Good to see you. Which interception happened, Bruce? Which one are you asking about? You can put that in that trash thing and set it over there right over there. We're gonna start a trash bag. All that stuff is in the living room. Did he force it or did he fail to see the defender? He overthrew the receiver. McCafferty. First down on the catch and run for McCafferty.
Bring him down initially, and McCaffrey, who leads the league in first downs this season by a mile, gets another one for San Francisco. And if they want the first quarter to end without another,
first quarter ends.
Super Bowl because of his dad, Ed McCaffrey, and you got to believe that some of the things that he's able to do as a receiver are credit to what Ed McCaffrey's taught him over the years being growing up.
Yeah, just letting the clock run out. End of the first, 49ers lead 7-0. 49ers lead 7-0. Bruce, you were talking. Oh, Bryce's. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. He just overthrew his tight end, and Brown was there and made the catch. Threw it too high for his tight end. Too high for the tight end.
One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,000 airport lounges.
There, now I can block that because I don't need anything from them anymore.
Business card. What's in your wallet?
Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're here. First time coming in, sub it up. Say hello in the chat. We're at 38 likes, still trying to get to 100. That's our goal every time. Triple digits or more. Triple digits or more.
Checkers and Rally's new pretzel lobster $6 combo does date right. Over a quarter pound of beef and beer cheese on a pretzel bun with our famous seasoned fries and a drink, all for just $6. Only at Checkers and Rally's.
The Maryland Lottery Holiday Raffle is here with your best chance to win $1 million. Only a limited number of tickets will be sold. There are also 10 $100,000 prizes and 3 people.
I've seen all the lottery commercials. You always see lottery commercials around Christmas time because people can buy lotto tickets. It's actually not a bad idea. I can go down and buy some tickets for the kids' stockings too. Glad I just thought about that. I need to get up one morning and just take an Uber over to the mall and just go go shopping.
Get a Tacoma right now. This special 3.99% financing.
That's what I need to do.
Or get 2.99% financing on a rugged full-size Tundra.
Toyotathon is on.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Let's go places.
$6 combo does date right.
And Preston left my lights on. It didn't take stuff. Now I got to call him to come back.
Seasoned fries and a drink, all for just $6. Only at Checkers and Rally's.
Take a look at the numbers from the first quarter. Ball possession dominated by San Francisco.
All right, here come the Niners. First down and 10 to start the second quarter from their 33. Shotgun, go to throw, dumps it underneath, caught. Got his big tight end Kittle, gain of 11, first down. First down for Kittle.
Christian McCaffrey, when you asked him which he prefers, rushing or receiving, he says the value of the yard is the yard. He doesn't really care how he gets it. But he said he came from a family of receivers who naturally learned that position. But he said he'll always have a chip on his shoulder when he runs the ball because, like you guys said, when he first came out of college, he said he was put in a box of being a scat bag, someone who couldn't run between the tackles. And he said, despite all...
First down and 10 again.
...still motivates him. And he says he'll always be a running back at home.
Yeah, shotgun. Purdy, look at it. He's in trouble. Throws, caught. Robinson, gain of 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 2nd and 7.
Purdy was just avoiding a sack. This was a really nice moment before the game. Great, Roger Craig. I agree. Roger Craig in his career, he got emotional. You see, he's telling him he's the man, and that was the moment for those two guys, and the respect, obviously, that Christian has for Roger Craig, who was playing back when his father was, and it's a pretty moving deal. Yeah, it really is. Roger Craig up for the
shotgun, handed off McCaffrey. Still fighting for yards. Got about 3. 3rd and 2 coming up. 3rd and 2.
West Coast offense, which relied on running backs catching the ball for, well, it's a short list.
1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards in the same year. 85, Roger Craig. 99, Marshall Faulk and Christian McCaffrey.
Say, you can read his lips saying, that's my boy right there. He loves Christian McCaffrey. And those are two of the men with Marshall Faulk on that very short list.
Handoff up the middle.
Roger Craig's man is going to be about a yard short.
They're going to be a yard short. It's going to be 4th and 1. McCaffrey got stuffed on that one. They're right at midfield. Are they going to go?
Yeah, not surprised.
Looks like they're going to go for it here.
Follow up with Roger Craig. I would tell you that you talk to Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, any of the others, they would tell you that he's certainly deserving. So hopefully it happens for him. 8 for 15 out of the 49ers going forward on 4th down this season.
Under center. Purdy's going to fall forward. He's going to get it. Quarterback sneak, and he's in. 1st down. 49ers.
So that certainly makes things a little bit easier for Brock Purdy on this quarterback sneak. You're just looking for that little crease, and he sees it.
He found it. He didn't even get touched on that hardly.
Just gets his legs moving and picks it up pretty easily. Troy Aikman's favorite play back in the 90s in the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think my conversion rate was all that good.
Handoff up the middle again. McCaffrey. Not much there. Maybe 3. 2nd and 7. Why don't they run the outside with him? He's so good on the wing. They just keep running it up the gut.
And the impressive thing about this 49ers team is they've got a lot of guys that are made, like Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and Kyle Juszczyk, Fred Warner. I mean, it is about as unselfish a group of superstars as I've really ever.
2nd down and 7. 2nd and 7. Play action. Purdy's going to throw it. Now he's got to run. Takes off running. He's going to dive for a 1st down. And he got it. Nice run by Purdy. Pressure was there. He knew he had to do something. And he got it. Took off running right up the middle. 1st and 10 coming up. Ball placed at the Carolina 32. John Cordog. What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Team coming into the season because of all the guys they lost. Really good football players.
Shotgun, look at the throw. Purdy dumps it underneath, caught. Jenkins inside the 30, down to the 28. 2nd down and 6.
Well, here are the injuries. 49ers are tired of looking at this list and thinking about it. They missed Brock.
49ers, they've had a lot of people missing games.
Kittle missed 5 with a hamstring. Ayuk is not playing. Bosa out for the season. Warner out for the season. There are those two great linebackers. When you talk about Ayuk, you look at Fred Warner and Nick Bosa. Ayuk, it seems like this has been a big story out here all week. They played his
2nd down and 6.
49ers. Yeah, that's been something early.
Throws, gonna got it blocked, knocked down. Batted back. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Hard to believe exactly what's happening there and whether or not we will see Brandon Ayuk again. He's obviously a heck of a football player. The organization thought so when they extended him last year and locked him up. And but going back to all those injuries, Joe, last year this team, it seems like for the last several years, really since Kyle took over as the head coach, they just lost so many key players. They were without McCaffrey for
third down and 6. Third and 6. We're going to get a timeout here.
You know, they went through it again this year, and somehow Kyle Shanahan has kind of found a way to hold it together and keep them in the hunt. Play clock was expiring.
Play clock was about to dry out.
Timeout is taken by Purdy. Upset him.
They're going to a quick commercial. You know what? I'm going to stay here for this one because I think it's going to be a short timeout.
Create the motivating method. All right, let's hear it. Motivate others.
Last night's catastrophe, yeah.
I get emotional saying that. Via acronyms that include Nationwide. I'm trying. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
While the 49ers face a third down here, third down and 6, they are on their third kicker of the year, Matt Gay. Eddie Pinheiro pulled his hamstring last week in that win at Arizona. They started the year with...
Dan, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you.
So Pinheiro is out, and Matt Gay, who has bounced around in his NFL career.
Third down and 6. Third and 6.
Francisco, after being let go by the Commanders.
Look at the throw. Pressure coming. Purdy takes off. Throws on the run. Intercepted again. That's 2 interceptions for him.
How about these two corners? J.C. Horn first. And now Mike Jackson with his second of the night for Carolina. Trying to get it to Pearsall. Mike Jackson sick. Nope.
Throw it behind him. He should have ran with it. He had a wide open area to run. Hello, Lila Rose. Welcome in.
Old Navy right now. For more, here's Charlie Indigo. Is baggy denim in or out? It's the will they won't they of the fashion world. And I think
that was horrendous.
I do too.
Both throws that he's got intercepted tonight, he's thrown behind the receiver.
Unfortunately, I didn't check doing the Georgia Bark at my boss. Would be appropriate. Go.
Beautiful interception. Yeah, the defender made a nice play.
So we need
It's not. Checking Allstate first was smart. Barking at my boss, dumb. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. They barked for it. It was good. Great.
With the new
Day's been pretty good. Hey, not bad. Not bad. Richard, welcome in. Rooting for Carolina for playoff reasons. Okay, Richard, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are at a commercial break here with 9:35 in the second.
Big time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. This right here, ESPN Bet. This is the sports book that gives fans the tools they need, like stats at your fingertips while you bet. Just the thing to line up that perfect parlay. One expert picks. Oh yeah, we got those too. That guy's got some good points. Whatever kind of fan you are.
At a commercial. Oh, we should have been running, doing our thing real quick here. I'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. It's Chris with Park Hopper Choppers. If you're headed down to Central Florida and you need a mobility scooter, give us a call, 407-989-9618. We can bring it right to your resort, right to the park, or right to your Airbnb, no problem. We were voted best mobility scooter rental in Central Florida by my mom. Give us a call.
Rob and Melanie Striffler by Dream Vacations is an authorized Disney vacation planner. Our travel agency's knowledge of Disney products has earned us the distinction of being named an authorized Disney vacation planner. We were given this special designation by Disney as a result of our agency's ongoing focus and commitment to planning customized, magical trips to Disney parks, Disney Cruise Line, and other Disney vacation destinations worldwide.
All right, here we are coming back. Carolina with the ball under center. Play action to start. Young going to run, throws into underneath, and caught. Gain of about 3. They're going to say 6. Wow. I thought he was out of it. He could have ran with this thing forever.
just like the decision to try to hit the home run shot to Pearsall, but it's just another throw that's gotten behind him. So the two throws.
He could have ran for it. He had Kittle right there to dump it off for a big gain. The dumb play. Handoff, off tackle. Short gain. 3rd and 2 coming up. You're from the Philippines. It's 10 a.m. working and listening. We're glad you're here, Richard. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. Tied for first, but still in first. Tied with the Steelers. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 here.
100 yards in one game, 180 yards in the other. And that took over as running back one from that moment on. Took down and 2.
3rd and 2. 49ers showing pressure. They're coming. They fall back. Dropped. McMillan had it in his arms and dropped it for a first down. They're going to have to punt back to the Niners. So that interception doesn't hurt them.
That is one area that he has struggled. He's got 5 drops on the season, and he's got good hands. I mean, coming into the league, he's got good hands. Just a lack of concentration there. You mentioned just no pass rush on Bryce Young whatsoever. And Tedero McMillan, who's had a great rookie year, just unable to make the catch on what would have been a nice conversion, and them to be able
Here comes the punt.
Football. They've done nothing with the 2 interceptions. Carolina, they've gone 3 and out, then the interception, now another 3 and out.
Ball drops. Going to go down about the 17-yard line. 49ers will start there.
On a beautiful night in November.
Hills Brothers Coffee. Look at that beautiful San Francisco. Well, actually, Bay Area skyliner, I guess. Nice area all over out there. All over out there is beautiful.
Ever since he was gifted his very first sport, the Colonel lived so we could chicken. The best $4.99 you'll spend this season. KFC's Chicken Pot Pie.
Chicken pot pie.
On Monday night.
Next Monday night, Patriots and the Giants. Patriots and the G-Men. G-Men, G-Men.
And the Patriots rise. Feeling new energy in a bitter.
Wonder where that game is being played.
Giants Patriots next Monday
at Patriots next Monday night.
On the all-new ESPN app. News Nation Tuesday. What if everything we thought we knew about cancer was wrong?
So you're telling me the federal government is aware but dismisses what you believe is the most important thing to be focused on?
He's a billionaire, a visionary scientist, and he says he's found a way to kill cancer. It is the only salvageable pills that's never been unlocked. Chris Paul on a breakthrough that will astound you. Tuesday, 10/9 Central, only on News Nation.
News Nation, okay. Hills Brothers can send me the number 3 can. Hills Brothers is a big coffee company. New coach for the Giants. Yeah, that's right. They fired Dayball. They fired the balls. Dayball wasn't doing that good.
The Greeks carved statues out of an ideal. But if we continue to worship perfection, we'll always feel inadequate.
All right, waiting for these commercials to go through. And it'll be Niner ball with 8 minutes. 8 minutes to drive down and put 7 on the board. And their defensive coordinator. Well, I missed that. Black Friday, we will be right here. Bears versus Eagles. Bears and Eagles, Black Friday. Under center, single back set. Tight end in motion. McCaffrey. Short run. McCaffrey fumbles the football, and the 49ers got it. Wow. 49ers got lucky. Got it back.
Golden opportunity for their 3rd takeaway. As you watch this ball get knocked out,
got punched out.
it was punched by Uman Mielen. And then two different players, including Merrick, had a clear chance at it, but instead it's McKivitz for San Francisco. Yeah, it's McKivitz who's just chasing down the play. Good things happen around the football.
First down and 10. First down and 10. Ball up at the 32 now.
Great hustle by McKivitz to keep possession of the football.
Handoff right back to McCaffrey again. Gain of about 2.
Bam Martin Scott joined him a gain of 2. Hey, look at this defense. I mean, they've been on the field a lot here in this first half, and the offense for Carolina unable to really get much going, and they have to get back out there and almost able to give the offense another short field to see what they can do with it. But a much improved group from where they were a year ago. They were near the bottom or at the bottom in virtually every statistical category.
Second down and 8. Second and 8.
Great progress. They're doing all they can to keep this team in it. Second down and 8.
Purdy, play action, go to throw. Cross the middle, intercepted again. Another interception.
He's starting to get restless. Well, J.C. Horn has nobody to his side, and so he's able to fall off and just read the eyes. It's a great job by J.C. Horn. That's the third throw that Brock Purdy has made over 15 yards in the air, and it's the third interception of the night.
Good Lord.
As he runs across, he undercuts it. He's on the other side of the field playing corner, but nobody was in his area. He's just simply reading Purdy and seeing that in-breaking route and undercuts it. Brock Purdy never saw
Unbelievable.
it, nor should he have seen it. Just a great play by J.C. Horn. And there are the numbers on 15-yard throws this season. He's got 1 touchdown to 6 picks, 3 tonight is choice. And the Panthers came in with 7.
Panthers have the ball at the 35 now. Play action, pressure coming. Dumps it off the backfield. Gain of 10, first down. Kevin Capel, what's up?
And a rare first down for
David T, hello, welcome in.
You see, nobody is to his side. They keep Kittle in, and then he kind of helps out with blocking and frees him up. And he's able to undercut Pearsall. The first 2 interceptions by Purdy, poor ball placement. That one, there's no quarterback that's going to fill the opposite corner undercutting that route.
Changing the play at the line. Handoff, Dowdle. Gain of 7. Second and 3.
We send it down to Laura Rutledge.
Well, Joe, we saw Federer McMillan with a drop on that last drive. He immediately went to the sideline and changed out his gloves. He had some black ones on. He changed to some white gloves and expressed almost instantly that those were better. So you see him here getting the new gloves. We'll see if they do what he wants them to do.
Changing the play at the line.
Switch him out. Second down and 3. Those are Jordans. I don't know what the first ones were. Here it is.
Handoff up the middle. It's going to be first and goal or close to it.
Carolina. Panthers sitting here at 6-5. A win here tonight as Teneroa White Gloves comes in off the sideline. If they win here tonight, they are in first place all alone in the NFC South. Yeah, it's a big game for them, and they want to.
First and goal. First and goal. Fakes the pitch. Rolls out. Nowhere to go. Gets knocked out of bounds. Second and 10.
There's no question that the defense had been on the field a lot. They've been able to create these takeaways. The offense hasn't really done anything with it. And was he going to be aggressive here, thinking that hey, we've got 4 downs to get this thing in? It'll be interesting to follow what they do here on the next 2 plays.
Quick screen. Down inside the 5, 3rd and goal.
Made the stop, and it's 3rd down and goal. And I know what you're saying. I know where the league is right now with regards to 4th downs and the general feeling about field goals. But if they don't get in here on 3rd down and goal, I'd be hard pressed to walk out of here still with no points. Well, I would agree, and I think you've got to come away with something. But we all know how aggressive Canales has been. I think this down here,
3rd down and goal from the 4. Pressure coming, gets it off. Hitting the backfield, lost the yards, all the way back to the 9. All the way back to the 9.
The field goal unit comes on for Carolina. Yeah, no question, Joe. They get the ball out quick. They've got a blocker out in front, and hoping maybe they can extended handoff and run this in. Just an excellent play there by the 49ers. Didn't give them a chance at all. No decision to be
They're going to kick a field goal here. And it's up, and it is good.
Robert Saleh calls it the Baby Niners.
All right, 2:28 on the clock when they get it back. Niners have 2 timeouts and a 2-minute warning and try to do something besides throw a touchdown or throw an interception.
It's like needing the experience of this trainer.
Good to go.
But getting that trainer.
Megan Trainer. I'm all about that brain. That brain.
No, in your arm.
Who are you?
Patrick.
This is Patrick, everyone. Give it up for Patrick. He does sports.
So don't settle for just any insurance. There's State Farm.
Why is no one clapping?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Do you think we're a good team?
Of course.
Beautiful.
What is this? Oh, Zootopia.
Everyone sees we can be great partners.
You are the dream team. Sorry, Paul. He's Zootopia too. With PG. This holiday, Verizon's got the crazy.
I got to go back and watch Zootopia 1 to remind myself about everything.
You just don't worry. We know it, Liz Gerald. I'm always watching. Always watching. Not always. Bam. Powerful new iPhone 17, iPad, and Apple Watch for $0. No trade-in needed.
Welcome in to anybody who might be new tonight.
At Burger King, you write the rules.
Feel free to jump in, say hello. Robert Sprite, welcome in.
That's all up to me. The $5 deal or $7 trio from Burger King Classic to Fan Faves. Choose your deal.
Oh,
Poor G.
Welcome to Sissy.
Yeah. They want to.
Don't let anything stop you. Let's fly. Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration is the very latest in style, safety, and technical.
Got the early flight.
Yeah, crazy game for sure.
Finally beating your siblings to the good room on family vacation. That's what the world's biggest airline can do for you, baby bro.
I'm 26.
Time now for our fantasy recap brought to you by Wingstop.
Jahmyr Gibbs, 219 rushing yards. Wow.
264 total, 3 touchdowns. And Jameis Winston.
Gibbs had himself a monster game yesterday.
366 through 2 touchdown passes and caught one. Great play on the touchdown reception that he had, bro. That was awesome.
Taking it to 10, outside of the 15, 20, down the sideline, bringing it past the 40, out near midfield. Great return for the 49ers.
Richardson made the stop. We'll take a look at the playoff picture as only creative minds can bring it to you. Thanksgiving approaching, playoff picture. You got the division leaders there at the adults table. And then you've got the kids table. Wild card leaders at the moment. There's 7 spots up for grabs. And none of these teams are on the outside looking in, including.
That's pretty good graphics, I got to be honest, on the screen.
Lions looking through the window. How about the Lombardi Trophy salt and pepper tape? The adult favorite.
Play action on a screen to Pearsall gets nothing. Nothing.
Here's Pearsall making the catch, and Tershawn Wharton Turk.
Second down and 10. Second and 10.
Stop coming up on the 2-minute warning here.
2-minute warning.
Second down and 10 as we come back.
Oop.
7-3 game. 49ers on top.
2-minute warning, everybody. 2 minutes.
The game of football is evolving for the better.
49ers need to do something interesting here. Try to put some points on the board.
They're redefining game changer while also showing up on the field as trendsetters. From elite level events like the Oakley Icon Alliance to the global growth of NFL flag, young women are dominating the sport, proving it's a game for everyone. Oakley is here for it, here to move.
Flag football. Everybody's pushing flag football nowadays. Everybody pushing the flag football.
All for just $6. Only at Checkers and Rallies.
Everybody ready for Thanksgiving this week? Should be a good week.
Should we give him a week? Yeah.
The holidays. BMW Black Friday sales event on now.
Oops. Come on. Get up there.
Was the night before Christmas, and all through the house. Not a creature was stirred. Not even my spouse. Stockings were hung with ambitious plan, hoping suspect y'all soon would be dead. Went into the window, 6 tickets to play.
There's all the watching all the lottery commercials.
Checkers and Rallies new pretzel puffs for $6 combo does date right? Over a quarter pound of beef and beer cheese on a pretzel bun with our famous seasoned fries and a drink, all for
Road Warrior, welcome in. Well, it disagrees with me. Gotcha. I got you there.
Coming up with the All-State halftime, first half takeaways with SVP Ryan Clark, Jason Kelsey, and Boomers back to 3 minutes. As fast as 3 minutes. Chiefs back over 500. What a game that was. Coming back down 11 in the fourth quarter to say nothing of what.
Debbie got all her ingredients. Nice.
21-0 in a blink, and they went 24 unanswered and won the game to get back to 500.
Shotgun. Look at the throw. Oh, God. Purdy over the middle. Caught. Thank God. Kittle inside the 30. It's a San Francisco 49er. He threw the ball to a 49er. I know that's against premise, but he did it.
Soft spot. He had McCaffrey in front of him, but that's not Purdy's style. It doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. He is going to keep chunking it down the field. It's kind of what he does. And at times it's amazing, and then at other times we see what we've seen in this first half with some of the interceptions. But he's not going to take off the gas, that's for sure. And he does a nice job finding Kittle in the open seam. 49ers long.
Shotgun, got to throw. Oh, God. Almost going. He overthrew Kittle. Almost threw a fourth.
And along those lines of what you just said, Troy, when we talked to Kyle Shanahan, he said he will not give up on a play talking about Purdy. It's what makes him great and what drives him nuts sometimes. And we've seen examples of that here tonight. Yeah, and you watch him play at all. I mean, he is not going to give up on a play. He's got a lot of confidence in his ability to place the ball where he wants to. And
second down and 10. Second and 10.
His greatest strength, it's also his greatest weakness. It's true for all of us when it comes to that. But he got away with one there. That very easily could have been a fourth. Second and 10, good protection.
Dumps it underneath, drop. Third and 10 coming up. Third and 10 coming up.
Carolina has 3 timeouts. The clock stops with that incompletion with a minute 9.
Minute 9 on the clock here.
When you look at it, Joe, they got the 25-yard completion to Kittle just moments ago. Prior to that, their longest play had been about 12 yards. They just have not been the big play offense that we've seen of them, and they've got
3rd and 10 here.
Than they have in the past. And you just kind of wonder what is going through Brock Purdy's mind, because when you start throwing some of those, it does tend to have an effect.
Shotgun, there's your snap. Gets it off. Almost intercepted again.
It's Jackson again, who had the best shot at it. Matt Gay will come on.
Here comes the kicker.
It looked like Purdy and Juwan Jennings were on the same page, which is a little unusual because of how precise this passing game is and the fact that they've worked together. And Juwan Jennings looked like he was laboring a little bit getting at the top of his route, but just...
Long field goal is good. "47-yard hitter by Matt Gay is good." What's up, Ryan Rowe? Welcome in. Browns have a new quarterback. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All right, the Carolina Panthers have a minute, and I think 2 timeouts to work with.
It's like they're in the strong hands of Christian McCaffrey. Payment protection for bad guys like these. What you gonna do, man? You scammers better watch what's that.
You scammed your last scam, scammer.
He's so cute.
Yes, use up those members emojis if you got them.
No one is more secure than pizza.
Keeping that army alive in 25.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the protection of this guard. Forgetting that guard.
Where do we even pick this guy?
Kevin Barnes, beat Franklin Elementary.
Got to keep an eye on this front door. Still have another delivery we should have gotten today.
Think I'm about to make the team?
No.
So don't settle for just any insurance, and there's State Farm.
I have not seen it yet.
Here's to the stuff that never stopped. To the flavor that found its way into everything. From just one spot to America's #1 spot for wings. This isn't just a meal. It's an arrival. Wingstop sequence.
Introducing Black Friday Game Day.
Black Friday Game Day.
With the return of Black Friday football with the Bears.
Let's see what Carolina can do when we come here. No, I don't know if it's Amazon. I think it was somebody else coming in. I forget what it was that I was looking for.
Starts this Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern with NFL kickoff at 3 p.m. only on Prime.
What does the crown sticker mean? What crown sticker? Not sure what you're referencing there, sir.
WWE Survivor Series of Thanksgiving week tradition. War Games returns this Saturday night with a stacked card. Coverage begins.
Oh, War Games this Saturday night. Maybe I'll broadcast that. Maybe I should do that.
Thanksgiving, we've got some great games on tap. Yeah, Green Bay, Detroit, Kansas City, Dallas, Ravens and Bengals, and then
here's the kick. Carolina takes it at the 1. 10, 20, 25, right back there. Oh, those things. Yeah, that's not a sticker. It's just a most active chatter thing that YouTube does. I have no control over that.
Schroeder and the crew, they nailed it. They hit the bullseye for this national holiday, and that's about as good a slate of games you can have on Thanksgiving.
Sorry about that. I didn't get that.
As good as it gets. And it seems like the NFL always kind of hits the bullseye when it comes to schedule.
Mr. Thibodeau has no pants on right now. First down and 10, Carolina. Look at the throw. Dumps it underneath. Caught. Gain of 5. Gain of 5. Second down. They're going to mark him for 6.
Leaving the game clock. Coming up on
Shotgun, look at the throw, cross the middle, incomplete. Third down.
Xavier can't make the grab as he caught it on
3rd down and 4.
Well, you look at this first half for Carolina offensively. They've run 18 plays. Bryce Young has 28 yards passing. So coming off that 440-yard performance last week, and tonight they're right back to what they have been for pretty much the entire season, just getting nothing out of the passing game.
3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 4.
Play this drive just a little bit conservatively.
Pressure coming. Tipped ball. Incomplete. 4th down. With 25 seconds, the Niners will get the ball back. Wouldn't that be something? They blocked it and got a chance for a field goal.
They'll go back on offense, leading by 7. By the way, Carolina will get the kickoff.
Carolina gets the ball to start the 3rd, too.
Offensively, really for either side, but definitely for Carolina. Yeah, it's not been the performance that Carolina was hoping for. Placing the 23-yard line, lost it down, 4th down. I mean, they call intentional grounding.
They're calling intentional grounding right there. I guess it wasn't a tip.
We're just not on the same page. Yeah, but Joe, it doesn't make a difference. The officials are not going to try to mind read what they're trying to do. It's only about whether the ball goes into an area with an eligible receiver. It's not. That's a good call for intentional grounding. Okay. There is the element of whether he was trying to avoid the sack, but which I agree with you, Joe. I mean, it was pretty obvious that, and I understand what you're saying, Russell, but it's pretty obvious it was just them.
All right, that just moves them back a little bit further for the punt.
Is letting the officials hear about that right now. As 2 of them leave his side and go back to officiate with a punt upcoming from Sam Martin.
They don't block it.
Good snap by J.J. Jansen in his 17th year.
Fair catch at the 35. They got 17 seconds. 15. They would need about 30 yards.
Russell Yerk about it, but see if this ball was tipped, and it was. As it, after it left the hand of Bryce Young. And once again, like we heard a couple of weeks ago, tipping doesn't automatically take off intentional grounding. It can be taken into consideration. I don't think that affected it enough. I still like it. Okay, agree to disagree. We're going to put it to the committee.
They need 30 yards here.
Well, that 10 yards could be big. I mean, I know there's only 17 seconds, but it could come into play.
Shotgun, look at the throw. Gets it off to Kittle. He'll dive for the 1st down. They'll take a timeout with 8 seconds.
With 8 seconds left in this first half. So we'll welcome you back inside the booth. Joe Buck along with Troy Aikman. And there's
ball's placed where? At the 44? They still need 20 yards.
I mean, this half has not been good for Brock Purdy either. No, it hasn't. I expected, everyone did. You don't come into a game like this not expecting an offense to do more than what Carolina's done, especially against a defense. And Robert Saleh would tell you that they've got to do it a little differently. They're not able to get after the quarterback the way that they once did. They're near the bottom in terms of getting pressure.
Coach O, welcome in.
They also play a lot of zone coverage, so it opens up a lot of things in the intermediate zones of the field, and yet Carolina just simply has not been able to take advantage of any of it. They put a second back.
Shotgun, look at the throw. He throws on a run.
He's able to find Kittle, and they're going to say incomplete.
Incomplete.
3 seconds left.
3 seconds left. They can't kick a field goal from there. They just got to throw it downfield.
That'll bring the ball back near the 45, and definitely his speed.
Yeah, that's a good call. He was out of bounds.
See what they got up their sleeve here. If they're going to try to air one out, got a long way to throw it if that's the case, but they've got time for one play. So this will do it for the half, barring a defensive foul. And Dave Canales wants to use one of his timeouts to talk about it defensively.
Yeah, it was defensive timeout by Carolina right there.
It hasn't been pretty. J.C. Horn got his first of 2, flashing in front of Juwan Jennings. And then Mike Jackson in the end zone in front of Ricky Pearsall. And then Horn again coming from the other side, undercutting that throw.
Sweet Richard, hello. I don't even know whoever it is. I don't care about. I don't remember who it was. Bad Bunny, I think it was, or somebody I don't care about.
On the offensive side of the ball, and yet it's a one-possession game. They got to feel awfully good about that as they come out. They'll have possession of the football to start the second half.
Shotgun, throws it underneath. Got McCaffrey. Couldn't do anything with it. Halftime.
Football in a 7-point game, and like Troy just said,
Halftime.
19 more yards on the pile for Christian McCaffrey, who has been.
Guess we'll listen to the halftime show.
Let's send you down to Lisa Salters with Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle, what seems to be going on with Brock Purdy with the 3 picks that had?
Just missed a couple throws. Just let him go a little bit behind him, a little bit late. Wish he could have those 3 backs and playing good besides those 3, but huge for the defense stepping it up and only holding the 3 points. Been awesome.
What more do you say, if anything, to Brock in the locker?
Nothing. The ball's going to the right spot. He just left it a little behind him and one threw a little bit late. He's got to throw it on time, and he'll make the corrections, he'll make the throws, but love how our defense has kept us right here.
All right, Kyle Shanahan and their.
All right, halftime, everybody.
Same for Bryce Young eventually and the Carolina Panthers. 10-3 game at the half. Stay tuned.
10-3 game at the half. Oh. Hopefully it'll be a half decent recap of this weekend. Good deal, Coach O. Have a good walk.
Checking Allstate first was smart. Barking at my boss, dumb. At least I checked.
This guy barking at his boss commercial is funny. Love that we have a clock, though, that we can keep along how long we have on halftime.
Welcome to the Allstate halftime. It's a 10-3 lead for San Francisco. We live on Casey Kelsey. I'm Scott Van Pelt. And Queen? I mean, look, more entertaining than the Pacific playing good. They start with their longest touchdown drive of the year, Jason, and then since then, Purdy's thrown the ball to the wrong team 3 times. What do you got for them?
Well, probably keep finding Christian McCaffrey. He touched the ball 9 times on that first drive. I don't think I've ever seen that, but yeah, I mean the 2 shots over the middle is going kind of chance ball.
And they need to get McCaffrey back in the game. They haven't used him much since that first drive.
Incredible play that's slipping off here. This one's just behind him. It's like pushing. It feels like it's late into some coverage. This one just good play for the safe. I don't know, bad throw right there, but this one was the one that was the most impressive. J.C. Horn, the way he reads this, it comes off of where he is in the field.
I mean, J.C. Horn is an amazing player, but the San Francisco 49ers are just lucky that the Carolina Panthers offense laid an all-time dud in the first half. And to your question you asked me pregame, you said, is this a good team? And we started having the conversation of how bad they could be sometimes, how it's hard for this team to make adjustments once things get rolling in the negative. And that's what we've seen this entire first half. Dave Canales has to go into this locker room, have conversations with Bryce Young and this offense so they can start making some plays because the defense is giving them every chance to win.
And they do have that opportunity immediately coming out of the locker room. They trail by 7 at the break. More halftime right around the corner.
Should be the Chris Berman report coming here in just a minute.
You're watching the Allstate halftime. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Domino's new spicy chicken bacon ranch is looking hot. Is that drizzled with? Ooh, fire. Mix and match medium specialty pizzas for $9.99. Only at Dom.
Window. Miller time started in 1975, and the clock's still ticking.
Miller time. 9 minutes left in the halftime, everybody.
It tastes like a beer.
9 minutes.
Legendary. Here's to another 50 years of Miller time.
I always picture it. Families in team colors, games on all day. They all get together, watch the games together. cheer for the same team, to celebrate. It's always cool to see the passion is unmatched. They bring that excitement, and that's what's so unique about football. I love that the NFL brings families together because to me, family means everything.
Should be coming back for this commercial with the weekend recap.
Welcome back to the All-State Halftime. I am Jimmy the Scarecrow. After the game, join us on ABC with Jim Gaffigan, Kate Beckinsale, music from the neighborhood, and my secret recipe for homemade cranberry sauce. What is the secret? I'll never tell. Happy Thanksgiving, Scar Bumpel.
Thank you. Delicious. Give me a spoon. Shut up. All right. Sunday night in Los Angeles, in your neighborhood, Baker hurt his shoulder. Looks like
Baker Mayfield may be out for a while.
It's a tough dude, and no one's playing the quarterback position better than Matthew Stafford. He had not one, not two, three first-half touchdowns. They jumped the Buccaneers. They're the one seed in the NFC. For the rest of Sunday, Chris Berman in the fastest 3 minutes.
Oh, here's Berman. Let's do it. I love Chris Berman.
Among the first to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. You knew that was coming. All right, be honest with me. If somebody told you preseason that going into week 12, New England, Chicago, and Indianapolis were first-place teams, and Kansas City would be a third-place team, you'd say, no way. Well, somebody else once said, that's why they play all the games. Here we go with our fastest 3 minutes.
Fastest 3 minutes.
Indiana Jones and the Colts, 8-2 at Arrowhead to play the Chiefs. Jones to Drew Ogletree early. Colts lead 14-3 at 20-9 in the fourth quarter. Patrick Mahomes and Rashee Rice start cooking late fourth, setting up a game-tying field goal, and then for the fifth time in the game, Harrison Butker field goal. Good.
Chiefs win that game. Unreal.
6-5, they're going to Dallas on Thanksgiving. Drake May and the Patriots have won 8 straight. They kept it going to Cincy. And then a long game. Marcus Jones a pick 6 against Joe Flacco.
That pick 6 was horrendous in the Bengal game.
First place Pittsburgh and first place Chicago. T.J. Watt stripped Caleb Williams. Nick Herbert recovers. Pittsburgh defense in business. Caleb Williams really in business. 3 touchdown passes for him. 2 to D.J. Moore. The Bears have won 8 of 9. Elsewhere in the NFC North.
Bears playing well.
Pair of sacks. Packers got to the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy 5 times. Rashawn Gary. Isaiah McDuffie continue the merriment. Green Bay now 7-3-1. Giants and Lions over 1,000 yards of offense. Trippy G-Men. Gunnar Olszewski to Jameis Winston. Winston plays good like a quarterback should. Giants lead by 10 in Detroit. But in overtime, Jahmyr Gibbs.
He was gone. Gibbs.
One of his 3 touchdowns, 264 yards from scrimmage. Lions win their 7-4. Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown. And you know what? Everything is peaceful in the city of brotherly love. Eagles lead at Dallas 21-0 until Dak Prescott. Cowboys storm back, tied at 21. Then Dak, final minute. George Slim Pickens setting up. Brandon Aubrey, 42 yards, good.
Can't believe that.
The Eagles will fall to 8-3. Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith, and Jigma at it again for Seattle. They win at Tennessee. Smith and Jigma over 1,300 yards receiving this year. The Seahawks.
Smith and Jigba's on fire. Mouse Talk. Hey, Walter.
Passing Marcus Allen, Edgerrin James, and Marshall Faulk on the all-time rushing list. John Harbaugh's Ravens have won 5 straight. They're above water at 6-5. That's fitting because Baltimore and Michael Phelps, 23 gold medals, helped teach some of the Ravens swimming this past summer. Jags at Cardinals was fun in the desert. Trevor Lawrence.
Mouse Talk, our partner channel, everybody. Welcome, Walter.
Overtime on a field goal for 7-4. Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Falcons snap a 5-game losing streak win at New Orleans. The Browns had 10 sacks. And Shadur Sanders to Isaiah Bond. Shadur, the first Browns quarterback to win his first career start in 30 years. Of course, Prad's dad was there. Speaking of primetime, Booker and I, every
prime time in the house.
Plus in the ESPN app.
You know it's important when Dion is in the house. 3:30 to go in the halftime. 3:30.
Drive of the game. Since then, there have been 4 turnovers and a couple near turnovers. Panthers get the ball out of the locker room. We'll see you when it's done. Enjoy the second half.
Thank you for watching the All-State Halftime.
I get it. It's hard to change. Me, I'm pretty loyal.
Come on.
Same team for 17 years.
Same coach for 11. Never switched my number once. I started every warm-up with a pass from the same guy. What's up, Curtis? I shoot from the same spot every time. So you can imagine need for me to change.
Can't beat it, can't beat it, can't beat it, can't beat it with the big bad dough. Come on. Don't I make it look easy? Don't I make it look good? Yeah.
At University of Maryland Global Campus, our students know that every new skill they learn helps move their career forward. That's why we offer an affordable, skills-based education so you can build on your abilities in communication and leadership. Learn more at umgc.edu.
News Nation Tuesday. What if everything we thought we knew
All right.
was wrong?
2 minutes. 2:25 exactly. Rachel Castro, welcome in.
You believe it's the most important thing to be focused on.
He's a billionaire, a visionary scientist, and he says he's found a way
Well,
to
that's
cure
new.
cancer. It is the only cell that's within us that's never been unlocked. Chris Cuomo on a breakthrough that will astound you. Tuesday, 10/9 Central, only on News Nation.
Oh, stuffed up again?
So congested.
You need Sinex from Vicks.
Just Sinex. Breathe. What is wow?
Under 2 minutes finally.
Splash, 100-yard dash. Need to get across town, ignore the loss.
No problem.
Zootopia 2 is an absolute blast. It is the vibe. And just as fun as the original.
Some miles?
We are the dream team.
Sorry, Paul.
It's a hilarious feel-good family adventure. An outstanding sequel that's well worth the wait. Disney's Zootopia 2, rated PG. Be the first to see it tomorrow.
Checkers and Rallies new pretzel pups for $6 combo does date pick right over a quarter.
Sorry, I'm looking for something here.
Pretzel buck with our famous season fries and a drink, all for just $6. Only at Checkers and Rallies.
A hot and steamy au jus is the king of dips. It enhances the flavor of everything. Roast beef, onions, cheese. I would dip everything in au jus if I could. Everything. Firefighter approved. And if you want some savings, order on the app.
I'm not allowed to reveal the secrets of Jameson Black Barrel. It's carefully chosen select batch Irish whiskies, or its exquisite notes of toasted oak, caramel, and vanilla spice. It's the greatest whiskey I ever drank, and the greatest story I never did tell.
The Maryland Lottery Holiday Raffle is here.
Dun, 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 dun.
$1 million. Only a limited number of tickets will be sold. There are also 10 $100,000 prizes, and 3 people will win $50,000 in early bird drawings.
Welcome in, friends. We're just about to start the second half. Counted down on the computer, which is good. Computer's about a minute and a half behind the live broadcast. But we're close.
Checkers and Rallies new pretzel pups for $6 combo does date pick right over a quarter pound of beef and beer cheese on a pretzel buck with our famous season fries and a drink, all for just $6. Only at Checkers and Rallies.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Tonight's first half highlights are presented by Target.
First half highlights going up. Carolina's getting the ball when we start here in just a minute. Carolina to get the ball.
Down the middle for Pearson. He's kicked again. This holiday season, get game day ready. Target.
Gotta be close. Gotta be close. All right, looks like they're lined up on the field. We're about ready to kick.
Moments ago, Laura Rutledge caught up with Dave Canales.
Thanks, Joe. Dave, how about your defense? 3 interceptions in that first half. What can you say?
Unbelievable. Giving us opportunities on offense. We had an interception on one of them. We're not taking advantage of our moments right there. Defense is playing great. Offense, we got to settle in. Make the catches, make the blocks. Simple football will work us all back in this game.
What specifically do you want to see out of Bryce Young right here with the ball?
Yeah, just, he's spraying it around pretty good, finding his guys. We just have to take advantage of it.
Whoa.
Great, thank you.
Lost my camera. Hold on. Take me a second to fix this back up.
6-5 this year. The win tonight. In first place all alone.
Here's the return out to the 30. Ball's loose, but I don't think it's going to be done with. Well, let me take you off of this gimbal ride.
Take a look at the end of this play. Got hit hard on that play by the rookie Nick Barton.
Got hit hard, but nothing to do with it. Nothing to show for it.
Instead, it's Carolina's ball, and they've got to find some way to get some
Carolina ball.
offense going. Right now,
First down and 10 under center.
Has more catches than anybody on earth.
Handoff on a pitch. Gain of 10 all the way out to midfield.
But a strong run of 17 yards by Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, Rico Dowdle on the run.
Rico Dowdle, when you watch him and the things that he's able to do, he's a violent runner, and they need to get him going. They need to get everybody going for that matter, as you know, Joe. But for him to be able to break some tackles, take a little bit of pressure off of Bryce Young and get...
And why do we have a timeout so fast?
Chandler Zavala.
Must have an injury.
They're starting right guard. They're looking at Zavala. We'll come back after this.
We got an injury timeout.
The NBA on ESPN is happening now. And right now, it's cup time. The group stage is almost...
All right, what am I going to do with this whole thing here?
We don't know who will advance.
One thing we saw is it matters to these guys.
But we know everybody matters. The Thanksgiving Eve special, Wednesday on ESPN.
All right, there we go. Got that. Let's see how the lineup is on that. All right, still pretty good. Always fun when your camera breaks down there a little bit.
Only pay for what you need.
Eric says, come on, Panthers. Well, we'll see here. That was a nice run to start.
You read a book about me and honesty?
There's two more for you or not being honest.
And to always be true.
What does honesty mean?
That you're telling the truth.
Learn more at primroseschools.com. Driving the Nissan Kicks with intelligence.
Come on, let's get it back into action here. I always hate when something like this happens. You got to go right to a commercial right after you've been waiting this whole halftime.
See why it's been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy 4 years in a row. Drive the reimagined Nissan Kicks today. Now make no payments until February 2026 or get up to $1,500 total bonus cash on Kicks. And every Sunday night, he can't sleep. But not this Sunday.
When you really need to sleep, ZzzQuil has no equal. Get the deeply restorative sleep you need. ZzzQuil, not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep.
Chandler Zavala was in.
All right, Zavala makes his way off the field.
Goes into the medical tent as we welcome you back to Levi's Stadium, the South San Francisco site of Super Bowl 60. February 8th, 2020.
First down and 10 at the 44. Play action, almost falls down. Flag on the play. We'll see what the call is.
Flag was thrown by Alex Kemp.
Based on where it's thrown,
Holding comes back.
Holding offense, move it back 10 yards. Still first down. First and 20 now.
Can't seem to get anything going offensively, getting any type of rhythm. There's the hold on Evans. And, we showed the right guard, Chandler Zavala, who leads the game. Jake Burhan comes in for him. He's now their fourth guy to be playing at right guard. They just have a number of injuries there, starting with Robert Hunt. He went down early in the season, and then Brady Christensen. And kind of plays into all the different lineups, combinations that they've had up front.
First and 20 now. Handoff up the middle, nothing. 2nd and 18 now. Got one, maybe 2 yards. 2nd and 18.
Who was traded to this 49ers defense from the New England Patriots, a team we will see a week from tonight. The Red Hot Patriots will take on the New York Giants. Patriots first team to 10 wins. They've won 9 straight. Yeah, they've been red hot. Looking forward to that game and getting an opportunity to watch Drake May in action in person.
2nd and 18. 2nd and 18.
Second down and 18. 4-man rush.
Throws it out there. Nice catch. Got a couple of yards back.
Game of 11, which makes third down a little more manageable. Yeah, it makes it a
3rd down and about 6. 3rd down and about 6.
They lost the Tane with him on that swing route and made for a nice pickup. But this is a down that they just have not been able to convert on. They just had one through the evening, 1 of 5 on 3rd down. And because of that, really not been able to get anybody involved offensively because they haven't been able to sustain drives.
Shotgun, 3rd and 7. Showing pressure. Incomplete. No flag.
Bernardo Green knocked it away. And the punt team comes on for Carolina. Well, Robert Saleh, he brings pressure, so they're locked up. And good coverage by Bernardo Green as he...
And the Niners are getting the ball back here.
Just unable to get McMillan loose to get the ball into him. Green, a 2nd-round pick last year from Florida State's played well. He has played well. Down to Lenore, he has as well, opposite of him. Another punt upcoming from Sam Martin.
There's your kick. Into the end zone. They'll have it on the 20. They'll have it on the 20 on a touchback.
49ers ball leading by 7 at their own 20. See what Brock Purdy has in store. 3 interception first half.
Target's Black Friday deals are delivering big surprises all week long. Get 40 to 50% off amazing holiday gifts. Like these headphones.
Commercial time, everybody. Yoo-hoo! Welcome in. Rudy, having fun. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I hope Brock Purdy plays better than 2nd half. Me too. I'll send you off an email with an updated layout tomorrow. I'll get that done.
Hear my footsteps. I believe every family deserves a shot at a better life. That's why I started the Lionheart Foundation. I'm stepping up for families in need so they never have to walk alone. The Lionheart Foundation is my cause, and these are my cleats.
Welcome in, friends. Niners with the ball. First possession of the 3rd quarter.
Toyotathon is on. Discover holiday magic with a new Toyota. Take a 4Runner skiing. Wow. Pick out the perfect tree with the Tacoma.
There you go.
Or find the best sledding spot with a Grand Highlander. Whoa. 'Tis the season for Toyotathon. Oh, Santa got my letter.
Get a Tacoma right now. Special 3.99% financing for 72 months.
Ready for the first possession here, the Niners. They got to get McCaffrey back in the mix.
Let's go places. This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR plus 3,100 total value on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional 3,500 purchase allowance.
A lot of game left tonight. Neither quarterback will be happy with these numbers to this point. Our first look at Brock Purdy as we are early 2nd half. 49ers lead.
All right, here we go. Purdy under center. First down and 10. Throws it underneath, got McCafferty. He outruns a defender, gains 10, gains 12. First down, San Francisco.
With Laura for an injury update on the Carolina side.
Well, Jill, we'll start with their linebacker, Claudin Cherilus, who on this play was injured. He is out of this game with a concussion. And a developing story that we're watching, J.C. Horn is being evaluated for a concussion as well. We saw him vomiting on the sideline after his second interception in the first half. He did go back out onto the field and play a little bit more, but has not come out of the locker room in this second half.
So Corey
Shotgun, looking to throw. Purdy got time, dumps it. McCafferty again, nothing. Second down and 9, they're going to mark it. Second and 9, they were all over that.
Cherilus is there to make the stop, a gain of just 1.
Well, Corey Thornton, as you mentioned, Joe, he's the undrafted free agent. He played last week as the nickel, and they love this guy and what he's able to do. And clearly, he made the team, but yet he's now playing outside because of the injury to J.C. Horn, and they're going to be relying on him. They were keeping him at nickel again tonight because he did perform so well last week, but a little bit of a change in positions here in this second half.
Second and 9, handoff. Robinson. Gain of about 4. Third and 5 coming up. Third and 5.
Well, this defense, you've got to be pleased with what they've been able to do. I mean, you're able to create the takeaways that they were able to there in that first half. The offense did next to nothing, and yet it's a one-possession game. And so it appears that they're going to have to be the ones, and that's a lot of pressure on this unit. And they have improved, but still, for them to try to keep
Third and 5. Third and 5. Looking to throw. Caught. Kittle. First down.
Just to finish the story on the corner situation, Shaw Smith Wade has taken over as that slot nickel corner. And a first down conversion on a perfect throw to Kittle.
Really good throw, nice conversion.
First down and 10. Ball at the San Francisco 44. Tight end in motion. Changing the play at the line. Play action, rolls, throws, got Kittle. Cross midfield. Second down and about 3 coming up. Second down and about 3.
These safeties for Carolina, they're an impressive bunch. Whether it's Trayvon Merritt or Nick Scott, it's a physical group. And we've seen Merritt now a few times in this game in the open field make pretty good tackles. That's not an easy one to make either. He did it early in the game on McCaffrey. He does it there on Kittle. See that Brock Purdy, he's being a little bit more cautious with the football on this drive, taking the easy throws.
Handoff, McCafferty. First down.
He's got another 49er first down.
Solid run by McCafferty. Gain of 4. Ball at the Carolina 45.
Had an average this low since his rookie year there with Carolina. And you watch him, and he's still playing at an extremely high level. And the biggest difference in this run game has been a little bit like I talked about with the passing game. That he's had a hard time coming up with big plays. He's only had one 20-yard run on the year, and it was last week. It was 20 yards exactly. So he hasn't been able to break off these big runs the way that he had the prior year.
He's picked up 7 first downs in tonight's game. He gives way to Robinson.
Robinson, nice run. Gain of about 8. He wanted more. Second down and 2. Second and 2.
Brought to you by Chewy. We'll watch tonight. Just a sliver of it for McCaffrey.
There's so much that you can do with him. It's one of the big reasons why they made the trade that they did. He's just one of those versatile athletes. And the way that he runs the football, what they're able to do with him in the passing game as well. And you combine that with the creativity of Kyle Shanahan.
Handoff straight up the middle. Robinson, first down. He had to fight for it. He got it.
Well, you think about how they got him. They picked him up midway through 2022. They gave up 4 draft picks, but there was not a first-round draft pick that was given up to get somebody that is that
vital to an offense. He was all-world in 2023, his first full year as John Lynch, general manager, pulled off that deal. Last year played 4 games, had that PCL tear, an Achilles tendon.
Handoff up the middle, first down, short run by Robinson, gain of about 1.
And ironically enough, Christian McCaffrey's last touchdown with Carolina, a team that took him 8th overall in 2017, was in 2022 against San Francisco. That's right. And he kind of knew that he was going to be traded. And talking with his agent, he thought that he was going to be traded to the Los Angeles Rams, and then got the word that he was going to be coming back to the Bay Area with the 49ers. And after that play, A'Shaun Robinson injured. He's able to get out and jog off the field.
We got an injury timeout right now. Injury timeout.
So you only check it twice?
Well, yes.
Nissan tests every month.
Injury timeout.
Even testing for severe Arctic weather.
No wonder Nissan is J.D. Power's #1 in new vehicle quality. Hold on by that, Santa.
Hurry in for Black Friday savings at the Nissan year-end event. Get 0% APR for 60 months on select SUVs for well-qualified buyers, or get up to $4,000 total savings at Frontier.
It's time for a reset. From breakfast to
Waiting on these commercials.
putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back only at McDonald's.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own?
Is the color dense enough?
Add more picnic. Launch on social.
We've got to take this global.
All right. So what do you put from here?
You've got to test it. Perfect it. Expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing a business card that gives back all you put in.
Seahawks season receiving yard. Yeah, he's had a ridiculous year. I wish I'd have grabbed him at the beginning of the year for fantasy. Unfortunately, I did not.
Find free adult education classes here at Finisher.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top pro. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Available in 31 states, including Texas, Georgia, and Minnesota. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cap. Join today and get a free $20 entry. Call your shot on Sleeper.
All right, let's go. We're done with these commercials. Still another one.
24/7 moisturization with vitamin B3.
Are you using all the Old Spice?
Seven-point game, under 7 to go, quarter number 3.
Carolina or San Francisco moving the ball at the Carolina 32. Second down and 9. Second and 9.
Third drive of 10 or more plays. They put up just 10 points. 3 interceptions by Cody.
Handoff McCaffrey inside the 30 to the 28. Third down and about 6.
Make sure everybody's okay, and it looks like it at the end of that play. Just to finish on what Noah Rutledge reported, J.C. Horn, we are told, is out for the rest of the night. So that's a big piece to this defense for Ichiro Evero.
Third down and 6. Third and 6. Look at the throw. Oh, God. Underneath caught. Jennings dances around inside the 20 down to the 18. First down. Niners at the 18 in the red zone.
Go to 49ers on that 10-yard completion on third down and 6. Yeah, really nice job here by Brock Purdy, because Carolina does a pretty good job here of trying to give a little bit of a different look post-snap. And Purdy picks it up pretty easily and sees what they're trying to do, comes underneath to that voided zone to Juwan Jennings, and he does a good job after the catch of picking up that first down. It becomes big for the 49ers. And Brock Purdy, obviously, with those takeaways, the way this game has gone, even 3 points at this stage of the game would be.
Handoff, McCaffrey again. Gain of 5, gain of 7.
It ends up getting 7.
We got another timeout.
Corey Thornton is down. Wow, that's going to impact them in the plays. And you look at the plays that San Francisco's had versus Carolina, they're just adding up against Carolina. The defense put on the field too much. So Thornton is down. They've lost J.C. Horn. We'll take a break and come back. 2nd and 3.
Another injury. That was a solid run by Cafferty for 7 yards. You think a screen pass touchdown's coming up? We'll see.
Hold up. Domino's medium specialty pizzas are just $9.99 when I mix and match. I figured premium pizzas, premium prices. But what do I know? Clearly not as much as Dom. No.
They got to do this Christmas music all the time. I love it.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the strength of this King Henry, but getting that King Henry.
A goal! Salutations! I'm here to lead the team. Goal 3! Behold my majestic stride!
Okay? Oh, I am not. So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor.
I also got one thing.
Surrounded by a steel cage. What are the games? What are the games? Oh my God, are you kidding me? This is
All right. Coach O says, come on, Panthers. I just want to play football. I'm tired of commercials. Right now. And now I got to decide if
Corey Thornton was able to get up and walk.
Thornton walks off. I got to decide if I want to do wrestling on Saturday now. Might want to do that. Saturday night wrestling. All right, here we go. 2nd and 3. Ball on the 13, almost the 12. Pitch, McCaffrey around the outside. He's going to run it all the way in. Touchdown, McCaffrey.
Clap your hands! They're 12 yards out. He gets touchdown number 7 on the ground this season. Yeah, the perimeter run.
Nice run around the outside of the pitch.
Juszczyk leads the way. They also got a nice block on the outside by wide receiver Juwan Jennings. He kind of secures that edge that allowed McCaffrey to get wide.
Rudy's all fired up about it.
His former team, first time he's faced the Panthers, 23 touches, 122 yards, and now a touchdown. 49ers up 14.
Good one, good one.
Should we give him a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good run. Got it, because that's what they should have been doing. Was giving the ball to McCaffrey.
Loyalty credit of up to $1,000.
What's up, Carl Nation?
But they haven't been. So what are you gonna do?
Wealth management skills in the Bears. Actually, I'm seeing something from Schwab. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Schwab lets you invest to trade on your own.
And if you want, they can even manage it for you.
Not to mention, Schwab has a team of specialists for taxes, insurance, and estate planning, all with low fees.
We're experiencing technical difficulties. Carl.
Wow. Schwab, a modern approach to wealth management.
3, 2, 1. Nuggets! Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison.
And a little thing we love about the 30-pound Chick-fil-A nuggets,
Sharing it in the car during the holidays.
I do love that.
we will pack the car with gifts. And of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Everyone from 1 to 116 would love Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
This is the story of the one who knows being ready for the unexpected comes from having a partner like Rachel, whose professional grade products and next day delivery help him rise to every challenge. Call, click, or just online.
Yeah, well, the Bucks challenge you with the injuries. That was a tough game to watch last night.
We're back in Santa Clara, and this week, NFL players are wearing custom cleats through My Cause, My Cleats to spotlight the causes closest to their hearts. Visit NFL.com/My Cause, My Cleats to learn their stories, bid on their cleats, and support the charities making a difference. You see Ted Aroma and Gold right there. He's actually
All right, Carolina getting the ball on the kickoff coming here.
We'll tell you a little bit more about those in just a moment.
Yeah, it's a special night for that. We'll hear more from Laura about Teteroa. As he and the offense, they got to get to work.
All the way out to the 20, 25, out to the 30, 33-yard line.
So one of his shoes represents First Down Faith Foundation, very important to him, but the other represents the Hui Mai I Na Foundation that's founded by his grandmother, Blanche McMillan. It's a homeless community program that provides village-style housing, essential facilities, and long-term support for those facing hard times in Hawaii. You see Blanche there with Teteroa. She's incredibly proud of what he's doing, and especially the efforts.
Would you like to join again on Friday?
He is having a tremendous rookie season, but not doing much tonight. Nobody in this offense is.
Got to throw. Incomplete.
As he heads out of bounds, 2nd and 10. I'll follow up on Laura's report there. I'd just like to tip a hat to Mike Garrett of the Cleveland Browns. His My Cause, My Cleveland, on a good friend.
2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10.
Lost his son, Luke Laufenberg, and just want to thank Miles Garrett for his efforts in bringing some awareness to cancer and the fight that so many are facing. 2nd down and 10.
Shotgun, looking to throw, dumps it underneath, got it. Running back, oh, missed tackle, 1st down. They had Chubba Hubbard in the backfield, and they missed the tackle. 1st down.
Way to a 1st down and a 14-yard gain. Well, it's a good start. I mean, you look at this and you.
What happens when you have a missed tackle?
And the answer to that simply is it has not been. And they're not throwing the football well tonight. Their longest play in this game is a run by Rico Dowdle of 17 yards, but I don't think they have to abandon the run. There's still a lot of time.
1st down and 10. 1st down and 10.
And turning this back into a one-possession game.
Handoff, off tackle, up the middle. Gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 coming. 2nd and 6.
Last week, down 14 in the 2nd quarter to win at Atlanta in overtime. They rallied 2 times to win ball games. They come into tonight's game having won 5 of 7. Again, if they're somehow able to come back and get a win tonight, this would be the latest in a season they'll be in 1st place since 2015. The year they went to the Super Bowl in this stadium.
Shotgun, got to throw, got all day. Dumps it underneath to Hubbard again. First down. On the dump underneath by Hubbard.
Well, you start putting together some plays, and
First down and 10 at the San Francisco 40.
You're able to get in some type of rhythm, and that's been the thing they've not been able to do, simply because they cannot burn on third downs and sustain these drives. But they do have a little something going right now. I know they're huddling up and they're in no rush, but I would pick the tempo up just a little bit, because right now they're starting to string together some plays and have some success.
Shotgun, dumps it off to Hubbard on the screen. One missed tackle gets him on the second. Second down and 4.
Third time the Panthers have been across midfield in the ballgame. The other two drives started there after interception. So here they are with a second down and 4, trailing by 14 as we've got 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, and looking at this game and seeing it 2 minutes and left in the third quarter, that Dave Canales is going to be aggressive. He needs to. And they've got to come away with a touchdown.
Shotgun throws, caught, first down. Leggett on the catch.
And that is catch number 1 on the night for last year's first round pick. Their past game tonight, it went off against the Falcons last week in that overtime win. Bryce Young threw for 448. Isn't doing anything yet, but they've got something cooking here at the end of the third quarter.
Good night, Rudy. Thank you for being here.
Chandler Zavala is out at right guard. Her hand still in there.
Pressure, throws, incomplete. Tipped at the line, second and 10.
55 seconds left in the third. Second and 10.
Well, or just a total miscommunication with Bryce Young and his receivers, because there was nobody in the area.
Barely tipped, but just tipped.
There's nobody there. I think he thought that Jalen Coker, number 18, was going to break to the middle. Instead, he went outside.
Pressure coming again. Going down the field. Got a man. Touchdown. McMillan.
Clap your hands!
29-yard touchdown throw from Bryce Young as the offense arrives for Carolina.
You wouldn't think by alignment you would give this throw based on what San Francisco showed pre-snap. But Tedrow McMillan runs an excellent route. Mustafa, number 6, the safety, he was playing right there that would take away the throw. But then he moved out of that area at the snap, and Bryce Young does an outstanding job of seeing the coverage post-snap and delivering a great ball.
Longest play for either team tonight.
Kick is up and no good. It's also a flag down.
Yeah, a Russian defender made contact with the snapper who's defenseless. Straight to the head. I saw that live. That's going to be an unnecessary roughness ball.
On Carolina, you saw them. They rushed over on the sidelines to grab their helmets. If, in fact, that is the penalty, they'll go for 2.
And that is the call. As Russell Yerk saw it from up here, as there was contact, Russell on the personal center, J.J. Snapper, defense number 92. Carolina has chosen to enforce that penalty from the 2 to the 1 and go for 2 points.
Carolina's going to go for 2 points now.
Long snapper is a defenseless player, so any forcible contact to the head neck area is a foul for unnecessary roughness. Good call. Panthers are 1 for 4 on 2-point tries. This to make it a 6-point game.
It's the first penalty against the 49ers in the ballgame. And this becomes big. I mean, it's an opportunity. It's hard to pass on, but it's awfully important.
From the 2. Shotgun, go to throw. Incomplete. Trying to go for Coker, doesn't get it.
They lose a point. They lose a point. Still a one possession game, but obviously they're going to have to convert a 2-pointer the next time they have the ball if they don't give anything else up. Here's a look at that 2-point play. Good coverage.
Not there. Not there.
Hard ball to try to drive down low. See hands in his face.
Coach O, do me a favor. Keep it positive for me if you would tonight, all right? Help me out. Let's focus on where we want to cheer positively.
5'10". That it's hard sometimes to get the launch point of your arm to where you can drive.
We want to keep it positive. We had somebody come in late last night who was really, really negative. And when I got rid of him and moved him out, they told me that I let everybody else do it. So I'm going to stay across the board and stay the same way.
It's an 8-point game. And it looked
They have changed the NFL. Can you imagine what some of these guys think and, that are still living from the 50s and 60s with the way the NFL has changed? Granted, it's evolved in a lot of good ways, but there's also, other ways that you just shake your head. I remember Johnny Unitas used to talk about how bad his hand was curled up and he couldn't even use it anymore from guys walking on it. I know, buddy, I know, but I got people that come in that don't know you or don't know me, and you know how it is. The Cuddly Kitties was pretty good, though. I'll give you that. All right, return by Sky Moore out to the 30. Johnny Unitas used to talk about how guys, NFL linemen, used to jump on his hand. Positive for I got you. Johnny Unitas used to talk about that. Can you imagine a linebacker jumping on a quarterback's hand today? They wouldn't be a 15-yard penalty. They'd probably get thrown out of the game and suspended for weeks. I have no idea. I don't know. Why? Why would you go for 2 there? Take the point. You're a score down. I don't know. First throw, caught. Gain of 8. Jennings on the catch. No, I was thinking the same thing. That was stupid.
The defensive coordinator, he's got to change things up. And so you're running out of corners, as you mentioned.
End of the third quarter. They're going to let it run down and in. I would have not have gone for 2 there. I can't imagine there's any chart that says it.
So they bring in the rookie, Lathan Ransom. Okay. Hey, what is it? That's okay.
Clock is ended. Third quarter done. When we come back, it'll be 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Hey, great song. Phil Collins. Maybe trying to avoid going for 2 later. But you wouldn't need to. I mean, unless they were going to try to win it on the road on the 1 hatch, but get the 7 then. Go for the 2 down at the end. Now you put yourself in a pressure situation, and even worse, you're down 8. You're down 8. Fitabeto says Madden football. Yeah. You're down 8. If they get a field goal, it's a 2-score game. You got to get 2 scores. If they get a touchdown, it's 2.5, basically. So I don't know the thinking there. I get being an aggressive coach, but there's a difference between aggressive and stupid.
That's cool. I've got Royal Farms. You guys want some? Come on, don't leave. Hey, hot dog guy, come on, man.
I got a little caffeine to keep me in me. Last night I fell asleep.
Toyotathon is on. Discover holiday magic with the new Toyota. Take a 4Runner skiing. Wow. Pick out the perfect tree with the Tacoma. There you go. Or find.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that was a stupid move. Stupid move. Yeah, I don't get that at that point. You know, if you get it, yeah, you're a hero. But if you miss it, you put your team in a seriously deep hole.
Let's go places. The Lexus December to Remember sales event has arrived early in your Baltimore Lexus dealers. Len Stoller Lexus and Owens Mills and Lexus.
It's always hard with my hand to get that right where I want it.
Our impressive Lexus selection and take advantage of Lexus.
There we go.
December to Remember special offers.
All right, let's see what we got when we come back here.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event going on now at your Baltimore Lexus dealers. Lexus.
Yeah, and neither defense warrior here has been impressive. I mean, I haven't really seen anybody get too much pressure. I'd have to say Carolina's gotten a little bit more than San Fran. Alcatraz. I'd like to go there at some point.
Welcome to the clubhouse.
Welcome to the clubhouse, Albonia. I'd like to go to Alcatraz one day and see Alcatraz.
Look inside our Skycam powered by Verizon.
All right, first down and 10. Niners going left to right on your television screen. Handoff McCaffrey, first down and more.
Here's McCaffrey with a first down. Ball comes out, but he was down.
Down to the 45.
Mike Jackson missed a tackle. You know, when you lose corners, it also affects the run defense. It's a piece of it. And you talk about run fits and all that. Let's make sure that he was down. And his arm goes down with the ball firmly in it, and that was the proper call.
Yeah, it affects a lot of things when you start having to shuffle players and move them around the way.
First down and 10 after that big run. Ball at the Carolina midfield stripe. Actually, the 45. Under center, single back set. Play action, going to throw. Underneath, caught. Kittle again, inside the 30, down to the 25. They're going to mark him at the 26 of Carolina.
19 yards and a catch and run. Well, we had mentioned it coming in.
He hasn't gotten much throws. He's gotten one catch for 5 yards. He was the #1 pick last year for Leggett.
Have that big run by McCaffrey. Now he's going to show run blocking again, and then off the play action, it just leaves him out in the flat for an easy completion, and he's excellent after the catch, especially when nobody's out there.
First down and 10 at the 26. I think he's only had two targets tonight. He dropped the first one. Handoff McCaffrey, gain of 1, nothing there. Second down and 9 coming up. Second down and 9.
You always get the highlights with the catches, the runs, the winks to the camera and all that, but he is a team guy. He wants to block as much as any high-profile tight end in the game.
He's impressive. I talked about the leadership that this organization has from their players. He's at the top of that list. And the
second down and 9.
Brock Purdy, from the time that he took over, and if a player's not playing to the 49ers standard, it's usually George Kittle that is the one having the conversation with him.
Shotgun, looking to throw. Underneath, caught. Jennings. Third down and 2 coming up. He didn't get it. Just short. Third down and 2 at the Carolina 18.
We talked coming into this game about all the motions. They run motions and shifts. Third most in the NFL. It's a big part of changing the looks, changing the angles. Their use check is such a big part of what they do, and he has been ever since he came to San Francisco. But there's just a taste of what the defenses have to kind of sort through in order to be prepared for the snap of the football. There's a lot of communication has to take place.
Wow, quarterback sneak on third and 2. They got 3 yards and a first down. Are you kidding me? A quarterback sneak on 3rd and 2? Wow. No, he had a good year last year. I just don't think he's getting looked at enough.
What he wanted to do offensively, how he was going to build this out with the run.
He had a solid year last year.
It really is kind of an old school offense. You see it more and more because of the
first and 10. Handoff. McCaffrey hit the backfield. Not a good one right there. Second and 13 now. Second and 13. Loss of 3 on that.
and he hits this.
That linebacker just shot the gap and had nobody touching him.
That's really the way you have to play it if you're playing the 49ers. Otherwise, you get caught up in so much of the wash and the way that they block. That's an excellent play on his part.
Is that him playing downhill, Troy?
That's what. Yeah, you're learning. Come on. 24 years, you're learning, man.
Downhill. Second down and 13.
Shot to McCaffrey, hit the backfield, lost 5. They're going backwards.
Shaw Smith-Wade. And after a loss of 3, now a loss of 6.
Well, they think they're going to get George Kittle on Shaw Smith-Wade, but he reads it beautifully. You can see where he comes out, number 26, and he just doesn't give Kittle an opportunity at all to try to make the block and let McCaffrey then get out on the edge. Those are 2 good plays by Carolina defensively.
Smith-Wade is a second-year pro from Washington State. They got him in the 5th round last year.
Well, Brock Purdy just got to know 3 points here is still big.
Handoff up the middle. Big run. But short. It's going to be 4th and 5 or 6. Robinson on the run. Let's see what they do. You got to take the points here. And they are going to take the points. Field goal is up and field goal is good.
Is
20-9. That's a smart move. You got to take that field goal. Matt Gay buries it through. 29-yard attempt is good. They need to target him more, Coach O. I think that's the big thing. 9:21 in the 4th. You're up 2 scores. Port of San Francisco. That's another city that I want to go visit is San Francisco. I want to go to Alcatraz. I want to go to a Giants game. I want to go to the Walt Disney Museum. I just need to make a San Francisco trip. I got to talk to Casey. That needs to be an upcoming thing. We need to fly across the country and go there.
You saved over $900 by switching.
You're not Evan Smith, but we'll treat you like Go. It feels good to get the Star treatment. It feels good to Geico.
So for Mom, I was thinking.
I thought she didn't want anything.
Like when she says she doesn't want any fries?
She eats all her fries.
Exactly. What if we get her the new iPhone 17 Pro at AT&T? We can get the best deal without needing the most expensive one.
Who's that?
You know, she loves her selfies.
All right.
Who's that?
No.
Yeah, you got to throw in the ball.
The all-new iPhone 17 Pro on Apple.
Yeah, one day that's the thing.
Any condition. Most expensive plan.
What is the Chase Center? I don't know what that is.
A Chewy order is on the way for Hunter.
Is that the arena out there or something?
This holiday, Mom uses Chewy to save up to 50%, plus new deals all week on gifts that Hunter loves.
Probably wouldn't be as focused on that. I think a baseball game, Alcatraz, and a Disney museum would be my top 3 that I'd want to do. I'd want to see Al Capone's cell. I want to sit or walk in Al Capone's cell. That would be cool.
Have you heard the story that's about a guy who lives in a bank that is really close by? The Capital One Cafe is his home, no doubt, where customers bank and get their cash out. There's no fees or minimum, so your money stays. Both cafes are open all 7 days.
All 7 days?
This magical
Is the new Golden State Warriors arena. Oh, nice.
is where the Capital One Bank guy says, "What's in your wallet?"
Oh, boy.
A trio, 3-piece band that struggled with missing any part of it. 13-15 record when anyone, Purdy, McCaffrey, or Kittle does not play. But when the band's back together since they picked them up in 2022 from Carolina, talking about McCaffrey, 26-8. Purdy, McCaffrey, and Kittle are all at the disposal of Kyle Shanahan, pulling the strings on the sideline.
Look at Kittle. Looks like a Grizzly Adams. All that hair going everywhere. Here's the kick. All the way into the end zone. Touchback. Ball will come out at the Carolina 35.
We'll give you a look at the numbers of that trio tonight. Purdy, 1 touchdown.
Kittle's got 6 reception targets for 78 yards.
Through the air, and Kittle, 6 catches, 78 yards.
McCaffrey's 21 yards from 100.
Yeah, no question. Good to get Kittle back, all of them for that matter, but the energy in which Kittle brings, and I did.
All right, first down and 10. First down and 10.
Some of the production, but I thought we would have seen a little more out of this 49ers offense than what we've seen. And same for Carolina.
Look at the throw. Pressure coming. Throwing down the field. Got a man. Oh, almost picked off.
And that's the rookie Upton Stout.
Stout leaped too soon. Went off the top of his fingers. Second down and 10.
Earlier in this game when he made a play.
He could have had that. That should have been an interception.
He is one of the more impressive young players that I have watched coming into a ball game. And not to say...
Went off the tips of his fingers.
But he plays like a 49er. He plays with reckless abandon. He flies around the field. I think this young guy...
Second down and 10. Second and 10.
Can't wait to follow his path.
Throws caught. First down. Cross midfield.
Coker with a 17-yard pick.
Coker with a 17-yard play right there.
So 49ers defensive end Sam Okuanu had been back in the locker room. They were looking at his ankle. They say he's questionable to return. He's back out here on the sidelines, but he's wearing a radio and a headset. Doesn't appear to be getting set to go back to the game anytime soon.
All right, John, have a good night. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, Lisa, we talked about the injuries and had another one, at least for the moment. No Bosa, no Warner, no Bethune.
Shotgun pressure coming. Gets it off again. Caught. Gain of about 4. No, 2. Gain of 2.
You talked about the comeback as they've got some urgency and right.
Leggett on the catch. There he was, right there.
And yeah, they've shown that they're capable of doing it. So it's not a matter of them not being able to do it, but it's just not the way they've been built. When you come into a game averaging 180 yards passing, even with 440 yards last week, they haven't consistently gotten enough out of the passing game. But that's what's going to be required here in the last 7.5 minutes if they're going to get a chance.
Pressure coming. They're not getting to him. Gets it off. Caught. Coker again.
With a first down for Carolina.
First down for Carolina.
Sat across from him. He mentioned how he plays stout. And Robert Saleh is back. Second stint as the 49ers defensive coordinator gave him the ultimate compliment. He said he's one of us. And when he says that about a young player, that means exactly what you're saying. He plays the game the right way. That's right. And you don't have to know a whole lot about the 49ers to know what that means to that organization.
First and 10 is a 36.
Play through the whistle. Plays physical, aggressive. He's fun to watch.
Shotgun going to throw again. Young's going to run with it. He's going to get out of bounds. He almost got hit for a loss. Gains 2. Second and 8. Second and 8.
I understand what Saleh's trying to do because he doesn't want to have to bring pressure, but the prior plays, he just was not able to get anything on Bryce Young. And so now they dial up 6-man pressure. And Bryce Huff, he just takes an angle at the quarterback instead of staying upfield on the quarterback's shoulder. And great job by Bryce Young being able to navigate it and at least turn it into something. There's Nick Bosa.
Second down and 8. Second and 8.
Second down and 8.
Pressure coming again. Gets hit as he throws. Intercepted.
For the second time.
Brown intercepts him the second time tonight.
Jair came in with none. And he'll leave with at least 2. And the drive for Carolina comes to a screeching halt. McMillan the target.
He threw it basically right through the defensive player.
Robert Saleh's defense. Bosa applauding. 20-9.
I like how they keep going to Joey Bosa and talking about how he's on injury reserve. And every time they go to him, he's drinking a beer.
New world for me. Now I get to hang out with NFL fans all season long. See you on game day.
FYI, between meetings, I get stuff done ASAP, like my gift shopping. And I check out efficiently with Pace, because it's from my BACUs. That's thanks to Betty. First beginner. LOL. Check out online.
Well, if San Francisco does what they've been doing, they'll take a bunch of time off of this clock because they've been driving long drives tonight. So if that's the case, they could take 4 or 5 minutes off of this clock right here. Even though Carolina, I think, has all their timeouts.
I want to hold the koala. I want to chase out the sharks. Sorry, Dad. I do.
I love how they keep showing Bosa drinking a beer. That's just great. He's hurt. He's rehabbing. He's getting better. He's out for the year, but he's working hard every time they turn over.
That has a row, a hotel.
That's great.
That's what I'm talking about. Pampered.
Oh.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sport app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players.
Got to stay hydrated, I guess. 20-9, Niners with the ball. 6:27 on the clock. They're going to have it on their own 26 when they come back.
Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today and get a free $20 entry. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
We're family owned and operated for over 85 years. But when it comes to where you get your meat and cheese,
No, I don't think so. One that I recognize.
it's Watson. It's a family thing.
All right, they're coming back quick and going to McCaffrey for the first run. And he gets about 2 yards.
Gets his second interception. The right of the screen, but there was a hold at the top of this route as Tedero McMillan is coming out of it. Renardo Green grabs the arm, and the official just simply doesn't see it. But that's why the ball was out in front of
Lila Rose, $13.99 Canadian. Keep up the good work, Pete. Thank you, Lila Rose. Much love to you this Thanksgiving season. Thank you for blessing myself and Preston and the channel. We love you, Lila Rose. I know it's our Thanksgiving season, but thank you. Thank you. Delay of game offense going to be 2nd and 12. Niners aren't doing a good job of using the clock right here at all.
as they try to put this game away. So a missed call on what should have been pass interference leads to the interception. We'll give you another look at the grab by Renardo.
Well, that was a definite hold that wasn't called.
He kind of extends that arm, and you got to be careful for that as a receiver. But as he does, a clear hold by Renardo Green. Against the blitz, it's been a struggle tonight for Bryce Young. 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. They're all over. All over the running back. It's nothing. 3rd and 12 coming up. 3rd and 12. There was multiple people that have voiced Fred Flintstone through the years. Looking forward to Thursday. So am I.
So he's not brought it a lot tonight, and when he has, they've been successful with it. Carolina just has not been able to get anything down the field. 49ers at 64.
Shotgun, look at his throw, gets it off. Caught. Short gain.
The catch, but short of first down yardage. Timeout is taken by Carolina.
4:52. A timeout is taken. They're getting the ball back. Carolina did nothing to help themselves with the clock.
For a punt. We'll go down to the field and Lisa Salters.
Yeah, Joe. 49ers defensive coordinator Robert Saleh has been just fired up about his defense all night long, and for good reason. George Kittle was telling me earlier this week, he said that he believes that getting Saleh back as the D coordinator was the 49ers' best free agent signing this past offseason, because he said Saleh is just so good at what he does. So he said despite the losses, the big losses, and Fred Warner and Nick Bosa, he said he just respects what the young guys have done and how they've stepped up and just the way that Robert Saleh has led them so far this season.
Here comes the punt.
Tremendous job after his time with the Jets as head coach. Happy to be back, and boy, they're glad he's here.
Good kick. Collected at the 30. Going to go down right there.
Just a 6-yard return.
Going to be at the 34, 1st and 10.
Let's see who's designing success. Brought to you by Kohl's. And we'll look at the play action efforts tonight by the 49ers. Well, the find that it puts the defense in when you're able to run the football and commit to it the way San Francisco does, and then marry the play action game off of that, it just makes it awfully challenging.
1st down and 10.
I think whether you're talking about the offense or the
empty backfield for Carolina. They're going to throw. Throws it out of bounds, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go at that point.
10 targets, 6 catches, 78 yards, and now see if Carolina can make this a one-possession game again. Now they're going to see what they can do. It'll, like I said, it's
4:40 on the clock.
Doing it because so much of Dave Canales and the success that he's had as a play caller has been about running the football and then the passing game off of that as well. But this is the position that they find themselves in now, down 2-4.
Pressure coming, dumps it underneath. Dowdle, he'll get the 1st down. Clock running.
Back on the ball after a catch and run of 11. Yeah, they got to get back on the ball. The key is they've got to come away with a score.
Coming up on 4 minutes.
So that they can have a chance to get possession of the football again.
Gonna throw. Caught out of bounds. Legit on that catch.
But a 1st down after a completion of 14. As I mentioned, the 49ers.
Ball at the San Francisco 41.
Keep everything in front of them. And you see the Panthers, they start completing those type passes. It'll start tightening things up a little bit more for them, and they are here. Cinderella McMillan at the top.
Single back set behind him. Here comes the snap. Niners bring pressure, looking to throw. Gets it off, caught.
Bryce Young to buy time out to his left. Flag on the play that comes in very late.
Flag on the play. Was this offensive pass interference?
See if Leggett stayed in bounds or if that's why they threw the flag. Illegal touching of pass.
Illegal touching.
Went out of bounds and came back in. It was a 1st and touch. That's a loss of down at the previous spot. 2nd down. So it's an illegal touch.
So illegal touch. That'll make it 2nd and 10.
Step out right there. Yeah, he just loses track of where he is because there was the corner was not forcing him to the boundary or out of bounds. He just simply lost track of where he was on the field to go out of bounds on that. 2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 10 here. 2nd down and 10. Gonna throw again. About to get hit. Going down. Back at the 50. They got to him. Don't party. Get back on the line. They're going to jump up there fast. Lineman out there dancing on the field.
Yeah, great job by him as he comes around.
It's going to make it 3rd and 18. 3rd and 18.
And then he's able to get Bryce Young as he circles back around. Good job. He's one-on-one with Iquanu. Makes a big play. If you're worried about or wondering about the horse collar, he was in the pocket, Bryce Young. That's why there is no call for a horse collar on the tackle.
And we got a timeout.
Brings up 4th down and 18, and the timeout is taken by San Francisco.
Timeout was taken by San Francisco to get their defense together.
Well,
As Troy said earlier, going to be fun to watch Drake May play in person. We get him a week from tonight. They won 9 straight. What a job Mike Vrabel has done. They won at Cincinnati yesterday, 26-20. It's their longest win streak in franchise history without a guy named Tom Brady. Meanwhile, the Giants just put up yards and points and everything else. They fired their defensive coordinator Shane Bowen today. They lost 5 games this season with a 10-point fourth-quarter lead, which is hard to believe. Winston was good. The game yesterday, maybe Jackson Dart.
3rd and 18 here. 3rd and 18. Shotgun formation. 4 coming at him. He's got time. Gets it off underneath. It's going to be 4th down and long from the 37. Going under 3 minutes.
We'll come down to this 4th down.
They're going to kick a field goal, looks like.
Fred Warner, who is cheering from a luxury suite, 4-time All-Pro. We've shown you Nick Bosa, 5-time Pro Bowler. Bosa went down in week 3 with a torn ACL.
They missed this field goal. They're in trouble. This is a 57-yard attempt. 57-yard. It's a long field goal. Here you go. It's up, and it is wide. Wide, way right. Nowhere even close.
I don't know if somebody got a hand on it or not. That was a 57-yard try.
Wow.
It'll be San Francisco's ball.
Niner ball with 2:41 on the clock, holding an 11-point lead.
Well, Joe, because that ball had no opportunity.
No, he just shanked it right. He just wide opened up his body and wasn't even going to be long enough if it was on. Even if it was dead center on, it would have fell short.
Season and career long for Ryan Fitzgerald had it gone through and it didn't come close. Yeah, that's the one.
Fred Warner over there celebrating. He's excited.
And they could have cut it to a 1 possession.
Joey Bosa having another beer.
Not get a good kick on it. It looked like it kind of hit the ground before his foot hit the ball. 49ers take over. They lead by 11.
Handoff, McCaffrey. Gain of 5. They'll take a timeout. 49ers get a touchdown or first down here. They could salt this thing away. Make sure you hit that subscribe tonight and help us out. Thank you to our good friend Lila Rose for blessing our channel tonight. Thank you to all of the moderators for being here and helping out. Many mods that haven't been here for a bit, stopping in to help out. I appreciate it. Thank you. Debbie doing a great job on stats again today. Thank you to all the Ninja Watchers, those of you in the chat. When you think of our channel, when you come in, please hit that like and say hello in the chat. It all helps the algorithm to get us out there and hopefully find more friends to keep building this incredible community. It would mean a lot to us. We will be live here Thursday all day for football. All day for football. Hey, Neil. Good to see you. All day for football.
On ESPN2 and other platforms. 2nd down and 5. 1 timeout remains for Carolina.
Here's the pitch, McCaffrey. They're going to take another timeout. Carolina, no more timeouts. No more timeouts.
The NFC belongs to the Rams. How about the way they looked last night against Tampa Bay? They can beat you any way you want. Matthew Stafford, I'll give you some of the stats in a minute. The division leaders on the left, the wild card leaders in the middle, which includes San Francisco. And now, this week, we're going with circling. Apostrophe, circling.
We're going to have a different name this week.
Yeah. Just keep everybody on their toes. Normally, everybody goes with the punt.
Yeah.
We've had work.
3rd down here. 3rd down and 3.
Sniffing around.
San Francisco could put this thing away.
If you wonder where these two teams go schedule-wise after this, 49ers are at Cleveland. Their defense dominated the Raiders.
End around. And he's going to be just short of the first down, I think. It's going to be 4th and inches.
Looked like he was just short McCaffrey.
They can let it run down to the 2-minute warning.
Matthew Stafford, 3 touchdown passes last night, has gone.
That's what it'll do. It'll go down to 2-minute warning. Then they're going to make a decision. If they're going to try to go for it, just get the 1 yard or the half a yard and end the game, which they pretty much could. If I'm the Niners, I do that. I don't give them a chance to score. I say I'm already at midfield. I'm already on Carolina's side of the ball. I'm going to try to win this game. I wouldn't go to McCaffrey. I would put my quarterback in and get behind him and drive. If you're going to go to McCaffrey, you huddle up close, and then you just do a thing like the Ravens did and do a crazy play or something. But you go to win the game and put it away. You're in your home stadium. You're up 2 scores, 2 minutes on their side of the ball. Try to win it.
1:30 p.m. only on Tron.
The best time of the day of a slogging out of that.
When you fly Emirates, your holiday isn't over until your flight is over.
This place is bigger than I thought.
So we've only got 1 hour. Could you plan us a tour?
I see you're at the Liam Museum. Shall we focus on traditional Korean art?
Well, we are in Korea, so let's do it.
Great. Head to the M1 building to see historic treasure.
This book. Isn't it fascinating?
That's not a book. It's a roof tile, often found on the houses of the rich.
All right, here we go. Susan Silva, hello. Welcome in. Good to see you.
There it is, Limu, the 50-yard line. Soon we'll be telling the whole stadium how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance. To save people hundreds! Whoa. Looks like we're locking. Good at halftime. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 Liberty. The Burger King double cheeseburger. A quarter pound of beef patty.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's love at first bite. We're not sure who invented the double cheeseburger, but it sure tastes like we did. You were one.
Coming up on the Nationwide Post game, we'll visit with one of the stars of this game. We'll go
Mr. Jeff Condon, time for sleep. All right, buddy, good night. Hopefully we'll see you later this week, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you for being here.
As we, Scott, clear up at a waxing crescent moon on this 24th of November, 2025. So that was the one that the cow jumped over.
They are going for it.
Use check under center. They'll go for it.
Use check under center. Now they're going to call timeout. They tried to draw them off.
Trots out on the field for Kyle Shanahan.
That's crazy.
And right now, the answer to that question is no. The offense is still out there for San Francisco. This is going to go down as an ugly win. The 49ers look like they tried to give the game early to Carolina with the turnovers. They cannot play like this. And again,
all right, they're keeping the offense still on the field.
I thought we'd see more from really both offenses, and the turnovers obviously impacted what San Francisco was able to do.
Offense still on the field.
About that, you go on, but it's got to get better. There's no question. And then for Carolina, they come off with this.
Quarterback under center, he'll get it. First down, Purdy.
Went for it and pick it up. Yeah, we saw the flag. They picked it up and said that the 49ers called the timeout. So they go for it on a 4th down and inches, get the first down, and that, as they say, is that.
Yeah, they can salt it away now, take a knee the whole way.
He's only had 3 games all year.
Minute 30 on the clock, 16 on the game, on the time, on the snap clock. They can take that down all the way to 1:15 and snap it. And they will take the knee. 40-second clock now can go down to about 30 seconds. And they can snap it, and that'll be it. Thank you again to everybody. We appreciate you being here tonight. We really hope you'll come in Thursday with us and hang with us and have a good time. Congratulations, 49ers fans. Going to win the game today. And tough one for the Panthers on the road.
Then the Titans, then at the Colts. Bears and Seahawks. They started their season with a win.
Ready for the snap?
Before the Seahawks kind of turned into the team.
There it is. There's your knee. And this game is history. They can no longer stop the clock. Both teams are on the field shaking hands. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Football-wise, we are back Thursday all day long. Please come in, hang out with us, keep me company as we give thanks together for all things good in our lives. Good night, everybody.